I'm so excited to go back to Mondstadt. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I'm sorry, seeing D-Luke in the trailer. Ah! I love him. Paralogism. I love that it's just the Mondstadt background, but okay. Archon Quest Interlude chapter has been unlocked. Greatness created in the moment where miracles met life. Neither mundane knowledge nor earthly compassion could hope to reach that light. The arrogant slither forth from the darkness, hypocrisy draped in virtue and reason. Their gnashing maws devour all, brothers and mothers alike. Whose mom are we gonna see? But also, why did the first part rhyme and then the second part did not? Oh no. Hi. What the hell is this? Good morning? Return to special story mode. Oh. Okay. You're about to enter story mode. Sure. I love everything's dressed up again.
The city is all decked out. Oh, it's beautiful.
I'm getting flashbacks to the other Windbloom.
Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello.
I mean, I'd still go say hi to her regardless, but also, like, if we're not getting any money, how are we gonna spend on Windbloom, you know?
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
Hi, Catherine.
Hey, Catherine! Still doing the whole no commissions during Windbloom thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But
But?
feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
Why are you being ominous?
Take a look around, huh?
It's finally Windbloom. And here I am ruining everything.
Are you gonna ask him out or nah?
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Starsnatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. I should go.
Is she okay? Because she's been trying to ask out this dude for like how many years?
Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Is Beatrice okay?
You're leaving? I can walk you home.
Bro, if they don't get together by the end of this, I'm gonna lose my mind.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I just need some time to myself. Besides, there's still something I need to do.
Bro, this is too weird. Are you good?
The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing. Actually, Quinn, I think we should stop seeing each other for now.
No fucking way. No way. That's... Girl. Something is wrong. I'm sorry. What happened?
Huh? Wait, are you saying we can't be friends anymore? I thought we were best friends.
Oh my god, he's stupid. But also...
Did you see that? Beatrice ran off without looking back. Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best friendship stories is already over?
Nah, that makes no sense.
So, is this what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
I mean, I can't blame her, because, like, she's been trying to ask out this dude for, like, what, 4 years now? And, like, she's been crushing on this dude, and he is not taking the hint. But at the same time, she's not saying, like, hey, do you want to go out, you know? I think she just needs to be direct at this point.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
Oh, Miles, what happened with you this time?
Is something wrong? You don't look so good.
I know a knight should be stronger than this, but I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
That's really weird.
You should see a doctor.
Yeah.
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better. Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see?
I'm sorry. What? What do you mean by that?
Sorry, this is for me to figure out. It is Windbloom after all. Anyway, I have patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
Bye. But also, what do you mean? Is it something that I wasn't meant to see?
Huh. Is it something in the air, maybe?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't like confronting her. She's not gonna talk about D-Luke, is she?
It appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
Well, okay, listen. If she is gonna complain about my mans, I'm sorry, but I'm in the room with him right now. I'm literally holding on to a D-Luke plush at the moment.
Oh, where can I find a truly fascinating man?
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on D-Luke, right?
Yeah?
And that's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed her mind.
You know what? That's the only good one out of all of these. I'm sorry. Oh, hi, Kaya!
Is that Captain Kaya?
Oh no, is she gonna start crushing on Kaya? That's gonna be kind of embarrassing.
Huh. Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type. How come I never felt this way before?
That's kind of embarrassing, but okay. I'm flattered, Miss Donna, although I do wonder whether that was intended for outside ears. This is so embarrassing. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Of course not. I'm sorry, Captain. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And, have a happy Windbloom.
I intend to, my dear, but first a question, if you don't mind. Why the sudden change of heart? I was under the impression Master D-Luke was the object of your affection.
Good question, Kaya.
So, you knew about that?
Yeah, and
Well,
you've been saying it out loud
Master
for years.
D-Luke came into the city not too long ago, but when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore.
Good.
If I had to compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love.
You're not even married to him!
But then I saw you. And it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just a feeling.
I'm sorry, but like you're just like, oh, you're my second choice. That's kind of embarrassing for you saying that to Kaya, okay? Eve, you're so embarrassing right now, you're jealous. I'm not even jealous. I'm just saying it takes one out of the ranking. My Delulu will be the Salulu in this case, okay? I understand and I'm flattered I was able to bring back the butterflies, but I do need to see to some business, so I'll take my leave. Bro's just like, okay, I'm gonna leave.
Oh, here he comes. Well, surprised to see us?
Hi, Kaya. Not at all. You're the exact two people I've been trying to find. So, Traveler, Paimon, how have you been? All good. How about yourself and the rest of the Knights of Favonius? The answer to that requires a private conversation. Catherine, do you mind? We can just leave this area. Catherine's kind of tied to her booth.
Not at all. Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were looking for us.
Yes, Jean sent me to find you when she heard you were back in Mondstadt. We literally just entered, but okay. But let's discuss the finer details back at headquarters. Oh, Interlude Chapter Act 4. Let's fucking go. You say anything after?
I'd be grateful if you could keep an eye on things during the festival.
I'll try. Does anyone else say anything? You say anything afterwards, Quinn?
Oh, Beatrice. What's going on with her?
She's in love with you! And then left.
Should I turn my attention to Captain Kaya? Oh, but it's not like Master D-Luke did anything wrong.
No, you could do that. I don't mind. Wait, can I find... Oh god, I don't... Oh, there you are.
Don't
Hi, Miles.
worry. I'll find a way and work things out.
I think I'm worried about Miles the most. Like, I'm sorry, he's concerning to me. Oh, everyone has special dialogue. Oh, shit. Anyone else here? I know Wagner's not going to be voiced in that case because Wagner's also voiced by Sean Chiplock. So many people seem out of it lately. Really? It's been business as usual for me. Sarah should also say something too. Oh, you're over there now. Marjorie. Oh, you're saying something. Oh, you're saying something, Yuri.
It's festival season again. I wonder what this year's Windbloom is going to be.
I know. I can't wait to find out.
Loki, are they voiced by the same person? Happy Windbloom, what can I get for you?
Let's see.
Hi, Eula.
Kaya, you found them.
I am here. Yep, I managed to track them down.
Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
Aha! Could you explain?
Whoa, headquarters are packed! What's going on?
Honorary Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an honor to meet you. I believe introductions are in order?
Who is this? Allow me. You have Note, captain of the second company, Scarion, captain of the third company, Eula, captain of the fourth company, and me, of course, captain of the ninth company, aka the cavalry captain who has no fucking cavalry.
Oh, you're all captains?
Yes.
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
I'm so scared. Traveler Paimon, thank you for coming. Is everything all right? There are tons of people outside. Yes, that would be the captains. You know a few of them already, but I'm sure there are some new faces. There have been a number of incidents in Mondstadt. In order to wrap up the case, I gathered all the captains of the Knights of Favonius together to hold a trial.
A trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine.
Okay, and there's still a justice system here, so... I can understand the confusion. You've never participated in one of our trials before. In truth, we haven't had to conduct one in quite some time. The Knights of Favonius oversee most matters of law and order in Mondstadt. Of course, in the interest of fairness, major cases are tried jointly with the church. Okay, so there is no separation of church and state here. Under the guidance of Barbados, the Knights uphold chivalric justice in the spirit of our order, and the church carries blessings and goodwill wherever the wind can reach. And today's case requires a joint trial by both parties.
Which means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help?
Hold on. The group of people we saw in the corridor just now, there was someone missing. Where's Albedo?
Right! He's the captain of the investigation team. But we didn't see him out there.
A keen observation. You can actually look with your eyes. That's crazy. That happens to be exactly why I called you here. In the upcoming trial against Captain Albedo, we'll do our utmost to understand the facts of this case and deliver a fair and impartial verdict. Okay, so why would you bring a biased party here?
Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
Jean, it's time. Understood. Traveler Paimon, come with me. I feel like I'm not the best person to bring into the situation. I feel like I'm a little bit biased towards Albedo. I feel like they would have known that we were biased, though. Uh-oh, Sucrose is here, too. Hi, G-Luke! Anyway. Please sit wherever you like. I only ask that you remain calm, no matter what you hear. I need to head over there. Don't worry, the trial will be fair. Why does that seem strange to me? And why would you say it like that? I say as I am voicing Jean right now. Now that everyone's gathered, let us begin. With Grandmaster Varka away from Mondstadt for the time being, I, Jean Gunhilde, will oversee today's proceedings. Mr. Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, will serve as an assessor. As representatives of our respective organizations, we will ensure a just verdict in this case.
Oh, that's a new face. Deacon of the church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
The defendant in today's case is the captain of the investigation team, Albedo. Albedo, my boy! You come back after 3 years and all you do is go to court. Albedo, what did you do? Certain aspects of this case are classified, and it remains uncertain whether the alleged victims are citizens of Mondstadt. As such, this trial is not open to the public. As certain members of the public are also here, but okay. The identities of the victims are still unknown? Strange. If guilt is established in this case, all facts will be made public after the final verdict is delivered. Now, the captain of the logistics company, Miss Hertha, will present the charges. The court appoints Mr. Kaya to speak on Mr. Albedo's behalf. Are both parties ready to proceed? Yes.
Ready to proceed.
Miss Hertha, the floor is yours.
Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Okay, that is, a very strong accusation.
Murder?
Oh, Albedo, what the fuck did you do? I'm pretty sure you destroyed your plant buddy person, homunculi buddy, but,
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
No. There's no way!
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell us what you saw.
No wonder why you were all over the place this morning. Beatrice? So is that what she was trying to tell Quinn earlier?
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind. I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body.
Bro, they are sneaky. They're not even letting us see his neck, so we can't even tell if it's the twin Albedo or not.
Mr. Albedo's vision
Oh, no,
allows
it
him
is.
to manipulate
It's
the ground
actually
with ease.
Albedo. Unless...
So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground.
Okay, so he has his marking.
Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
I now turn to the defendant. Describe your whereabouts that night. I was working in my office on the second floor of the Knights of Favonius headquarters. That's right. The next day, the defendant submitted his latest environmental report on Dragonspire region. Considering the length of this text, it must have taken a considerable amount of time to finish. So it is Twin Albedo!
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night?
No. So he has no alibi. Fuck!
Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
It has to be homunculi Albedo, but it's not like we could tell, like, these guys that we know who that is, you know? Because considering he's supposed to be dead...
This isn't looking good.
That's not the voice I expected for you. Actually, you sound way older than your model looks. If the crime did occur as you described, then what about the body? You mentioned a joint investigation. Well, was the body recovered?
Not yet.
So we don't even have proof. Like, bros, I think it's Albedo, but he has the marking. But at the same time, it seems like Albedo, at the end of the quest in 2.4, was able to make his marking go away and come back, you know? So it's possible that the Susbedos from that event also could do that, you know? Oh, it was 2.3, my bad. My bad. In other words, you dug up the location Miss Beatrice described and found nothing. You don't find that suspicious?
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
Well, speaking out is a good thing in any circumstance, but at the same time, you don't have evidence for it. Like, what are you accusing him for?
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene.
You think the homunculi version of Albedo maybe tore his way out or something?
The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
And yet no victim has been identified, correct?
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie.
She has no reason to lie, but I think something else is happening. Does the defendant wish to say anything in response? You may believe otherwise, Miss Hertha, but I did not kill a single person. Okay, so you didn't kill a single person, but you buried someone, though? As a knight and the captain of the investigation team, I have a duty to protect Mondstadt and its people. You accuse me of murder, yet there's no body or motive. Also, what if he's covering for Sucrose and Sucrose killed someone? I'm just saying, it's a little suspicious that Sucrose deals with dead bodies and stuff all the time. Albedo's doing the other sciencey shit, but the person you're accusing is not the person who normally deals with body parts and animals? Oh, I'm just saying.
The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
Second charge?
Please proceed.
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery. I now
That
call
explains why
the
D-Lux
second
is here.
witness to the stand.
Wait, that's...
D-Luke, don't do this to me. D-Luke, don't do this to me. My man, don't accuse... My two favorite fucking characters are here and you're telling me they're at odds at each other? No! No, D-Luke, please. I'm begging you on my hands and knees. What do you mean pick one? What do you mean pick one? I can't do it. DeLuke Revindiger. Please tell the court what you saw. At around 3:40 in the morning, I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath the cliff. It was dark, but he used the power of Geo to illuminate his surroundings. Not that... You know what? He was probably in his Dark Knight outfit when he was doing this. From what I could tell, it looked like the body of an adult male, tall and thin, but I couldn't make out the age. He buried the body underneath the cliff and smoothed out the ground to remove any traces.
We now have accounts from two separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
I would only inquire as to what Mr. D-Luke was doing in that area so early in the morning. Not the most opportune time for a stroll. Kaya, you know exactly why he's there, and shut up, keep the secret. Is there such a thing? Dawn Winery is my home. It's not unusual for me to take walks in the area. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. That is all. I totally was not in the Dark Knight outfit, scoping around doing weird shit. Master D-Luke is a well-respected figure in Mondstadt. I see no reason for him to frame Mr. Albedo. Yet the question remains, where are the fucking bodies?
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
Oh no! A box! Okay? And this is... what looks like the teeth and femur of a human. Now, it does beg the question, if the burial was fresh, why is this all that remains of the body? But I suppose Mr. Albedo is the only one who can answer that. Okay, so we're only finding a bone. Like, literally, can we present all the evidence? Like, please. There's, like, the smidgens of evidence that is being driven in one way for a narrative, and it's not giving the full picture. It is very Ace Attorney. Careful now, Master D-Luke. I do believe I hear a presumption of guilt in there somewhere.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition.
Which makes no sense.
Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here.
But he doesn't even study that type of alchemy! That's sucrose!
Both witnesses saw golden light. a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
So that's your angle, alchemy. A logical assessment, but we have a witness of our own. The afternoon before the alleged second murder, Mr. Albedo had a lengthy intellectual exchange with his student Sucrose. The two were in the library until next morning. Why'd the discussion last so long? Have you ever seen two people who are hyper-fixated on something not talk about the thing until maybe like hours on end are finished? Like, bros be yapping, my guy. Miss Sucrose was presenting the results of her research. She noticed some flaws in the data and insisted on reviewing her calculations until the next morning with Mr. Albedo present. That's right, we were in the library together.
You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time?
Yes? Yes, and I know Mr. Albedo would never kill someone. He can never be that cruel. Okay, I would definitely think he would kill someone. I just don't think these murders are connected with Albedo, okay?
Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go without sleep.
So have you ever had a hyperfixation? Full stop. Are you so you're clearly not neurodivergent. That's all I gotta say. Like, yeah, the nerds love yapping. Like, come on. What if they're hilichurl remains? I feel like they would know if it's hilichurl remains, though. I feel like finding a human femur and a hilichurl femur are different. Literally, Herta needs to stop. You're just accusing her of random shit this time. Oh,
I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
And you accusing random-ass people also shouldn't go unpunished, but you know. Sucrose, just talk your shit. I'll take it from here. During our meeting, Sucrose did fall asleep not long after midnight. It's alright, Sucrose. You don't have to tell a lie for me. This is a sacred place of judgment. The truth is paramount. Mr. Albedo! I see. Then I'm afraid your alibi cannot be sustained. Do you understand? Yes, I know claiming innocence without proof isn't enough. Okay, if he's gonna be truthful about this and be like, yeah, she fell asleep like halfway through, isn't that proof? Like, why would he say that, except the fact that he's no longer gonna have an alibi, and then just continue on? Like, if he could just lie, he totally would just lie in order to get out of this court case, but he didn't. He's choosing to be truthful. Is that not truth enough? But the prosecution's argument has its own holes. There's been no mention of a motive or what exact method could reduce a human body to those remains.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Okay, I know why I'm kind of sus about Dahlia's voice. He has the actually voice. He's like, actually, this is the actually correct thing. That's why I'm just like, okay, I don't know why I don't like this voice. It's literally just because of that. Otherwise, it's literally fine.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court.
Oh no, not him pulling up the DMs. That's a fancy-ass DM. A correspondence. Oh no, that envelope does look like it belongs to Mr. Albedo. What if someone stole the mail lettering from Albedo's apartment or like wherever the fuck he actually lives and then forged his fucking shit?
I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth.
Okay, and?
The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Putrefaction and refinement?
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected.
Okay, that's a little coincidental, though.
Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
That's a little suspicious. I trust the investigators have confirmed this to be the defendant's handwriting, and that the letter makes more than just a passing mention of putrefaction and refinement.
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
It could still be forged. I think it's coincidental if someone's trying to set someone up like that. I still think it's Susbedo, but also Susbedo came out at an event, and technically, we have not been introduced in the actual Archon quest yet.
No, it can't be true.
I can't believe it.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Like, if you can pin what alchemical process can decompose a body that quickly to only leave one bone behind, which is really fucking suspicious, by the way, please prove what system is able to do that. Huh? Then we are in agreement. The evidence is conclusive. On the charges of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, the court finds the defendant guilty. The people in attendance appear shocked. No one can believe a kind and well-mannered person like Albedo could commit such a crime. I believe he could commit other crimes, just not this one. Literally, that was the fastest fucking court verdict I've ever seen in my life. Jean stipulates that those unsatisfied with the verdict will have time to submit an objection or appeal, but most appear hopeless in this moment. As you watch Albedo being taken back to headquarters, you get a strange feeling that something hidden is about to come to light. Okay, Genshin. Albedo can do far worse than everything in here, you know? It all comes back to the letter, a secret that you and Albedo know all too well, but the people of Mondstadt have yet to discover.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this has to be a nightmare.
And this is why we need to have sufficient proof. That is not sufficient proof, okay? Albedo told me his secret once, that he was a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could that have something to do with this case? Yes, Aether, good job. You can put the pieces together, buddy. But what? Following in Rhindaughter's footsteps just because he's an alchemical creation? That would only make him more suspicious. Well, this took a turn for the worse. Yeah.
Rosaria! Oh, when did you get here?
It's supposed to be the church and the Knights of Favonius overseeing this trial, girly pop. Like, I've been here the whole time, dumbass. I happen to have a message to pass along. For us? Yes, you're needed at Star Snatch Cliff. He's oh. Venti, do you have to do this right now?
Who is he?
We've been new. You'll know when you get there. Go on now. Time is like the wind. It waits for no one. Bro, we know who it is. Recollections? The current story seems to be related to past adventures. Sure? Okay, so we are going back to Shadows Amidst Snowstorms. You and Paimon went to Dragonspine to ask Albedo, who was conducting research there, some questions about alchemy, only to encounter a series of strange events. Strange soft noises echoing through the mountains that could not be traced, the ransacking and theft of alchemical notes at the campsite, Albedo disappearing after a chat outside a cave, but having no memory of the incident. At the same time, Eula encountered Albedo elsewhere on the mountain attempting to lead a child away, and he attacked Eula upon being discovered. You are able to confirm the presence of a mysterious figure impersonating Albedo. A running battle ensued, ambushing and being ambushed, hunting and being hunted. In the end, Albedo eliminated the giant whopper flower posing as him. Yet, there were more than 2 people wearing that face on the mountain. I cannot believe they are directly saying, hey, 2.3 quest, nudge, nudge, hint, hint, you know? I cannot believe they brought this back. I'm so happy. It's about fucking time. And now Albedo has an actual, story quest. I'm going to Fontaine, I'm getting Nuvi, retrieving the Ortress, and fixing this trial. Oh my god. The writing makes me so sad. Oh, makes me so mad. I'm not surprised, though, that they would just say, like, hey, we're doing this now, you know? I think this is good because it makes everything shorter. You can make it quick, but also make it a little bit of suspense. I would prefer that if the suspense is going to be finding out more about the suspecto, then I would rather this sentence to be quick. Because, like, I feel like everyone thought that he was guilty, you know? I think it would have worked if they said, oh, the evidence isn't great, but it's a serious accusation, so keep Albedo in observation for now. You know what? I would have liked that outcome a lot better, but I think for dramatic suspense, they were just like, no, it's all or nothing. Man, I have to go to this fucking Star Snatch clip. Ah, Traveler, Paimon, I could hear your arrival upon the wind. Were you looking for me? Oh, gee, it's almost like you sent a letter to us, buddy?
Venti, did you send us that message?
No, I did.
Okay. Why?
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy? His name is, what is his name again?
That's embarrassing, Paimon.
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, and Herald of the Animo Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right?
Oop! So you called us here so we can meet with Venti?
That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your mind, so I thought we should have a chat.
Yeah, how about we talk about the fact that that trial was bullshit?
After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
Wait then, you know about...
About what? The fact that my tavern-hopping nomad of a friend is Barbados himself?
Don't worry, Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything. Besides, a god needs someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does that better than Dahlia.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
If you mean his true identity, then yeah, we do. What if they didn't know and they were just trying to pull information from us, Aether? Broski, Rosaria is saying that he's waiting for you and said his name is so hilarious. Right!
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Well, I knew from the moment Rhine-Daughter and Alice brought Albedo to Mondstadt, when those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. Okay! That makes a lot of sense. If they straight up just went like, here, I'm making you adopt my child, take it. The shipping between these two is gonna go crazy. No, literally. I expect art of these two for sure. I feel like if gold is in any region, the Archon gets a little ping above their heads like danger. They get fucking system notifications for gold. Just like, this bitch is back. The Kleinen Prince, a perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage of case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna place this into everyday life right now. Which means we need to find a way to help your friend. What do you know about the situation, Venti? Me? Well, I know that Albedo is a synthetic being and that a lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt, even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun. That's not the point, Venti, but okay.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
You share your observations with Venti and Dahlia.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
Oh, not gossiping. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free.
What are you getting at, Tone Deaf Bard?
Oh, just making a comment. All right, Venti. There are always unavoidable trials in life. At least that's what Barbados would... Shut up, Venti. Oh, my God. A certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the Seven know better than to tamper with fate. If only there was a brave soul willing to aid their friend in his time of need. Should he meet a terrible fate, all of Mondstadt could be worse for— All right, Venti, we get it, Jesus.
If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
Ha! Well, even if Albedo wasn't at the center of this case, protecting Mondstadt is a part of being an honorary knight, right? You still have to help, of course, which is why I prepared a little surprise. Behold!
Ooh! Paimon remembers that Jumpy Dumpty!
Damn, we're bringing everything back from the 2.0 era, huh? Don't worry, I removed the fuse, so it's not going to explode. Say hello to the Dodo communication device. We've seen it before, girly pop.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
He was talking with us during the Golden Archipelago section. We're old pals. You don't think she'd care if I borrowed it for a few days? Anyway, this invention, with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it out and we can chat. We'll do our best to uncover the truth. Actually, where did our Dodo communicator go after the Golden Archipelago? Did we give it back? I don't remember. I feel like we should have kept one. We'll do our best to uncover the truth. That's all I ask. No matter what comes, you will have the wind on your side. We ate it? Ah, shit. Why did you guys eat your Dodo communicator is now a new question.
I suppose we're old pals too at this point.
Indeed, your companionship is like a breeze that lingers in the air, warm and familiar.
In all this time, I've never witnessed Lord Barbados approach anything in a serious manner. Perhaps this time, I'm in for something special.
Barbados? Serious? Ha! You give him too much credit.
Hardly. It's not blind faith, you know. I've always had unwavering belief in the animal Archon.
Is that so? I wonder what Barbados thinks about that. Perhaps you should pray to him and find out. I hate these two. They're so obnoxious.
Good idea. I'll tell him I still haven't deciphered his drunken musings from our 3 trips to the tavern last month. His wisdom is sure to reveal itself in time.
Why are they so embarrassing? I love them. Oh, you know what? Forget about Barbados, Dahlia. Treat me to a drink instead. You wouldn't refuse me, would you?
A dear friend like you? Never.
They are so embarrassing. I love them. Also, as much as Dahlia reminds me of the actually voice, I kind of like it. Like, for me at least, it doesn't really fit his body that much, but like the way he speaks, it fits really well. I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. No, it's not. Albedo's situation is not looking good.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
This version of events is as hard for me to accept as anyone, but Varka once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things we still need to learn about him. I still think that this is dumb, and also, that's not enough evidence. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention.
Hey, Jean!
Hi, I'm the private matter. Traveler, Paimon, perfect timing. Kaya has a favor to ask. He does? Like Jean said after the verdict, we still have time to submit an appeal, and I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. Watch him not do it, though. He's been acting strange, and I can't read him for the life of me. But I need you two to start investigating the case. Why? I thought I was supposed to be impartial. It's also time for you to get involved. Do you want us to join the joint investigation? Are you sure we're just adventurers after all? As well as honorary members of the Knights of Favonius and Albedo's friends, Kaya and I already have an official involvement in this case. We need a pair of fresh eyes. I know it's against the spirit of the season to task you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. We owe him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I'll be a private investigator. I know you'll get to the bottom of this, Traveler. You've never failed us in our time of need. Don't say that, because I'm about to do it.
But what if the accusations turn out to be true?
Then you'll have done Mondstadt a great service all the same. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the 2nd floor. I'm counting on you. Oh my god, we're snooping. I'm gonna be so obnoxious. Thank you for agreeing to investigate. We're counting on you. Oh my god, we're snooping in his office. I'm so down. Give me his office! Gimme, gimme, gimme. Has Albedo ever used this office, actually? Like, I feel like he's always in Dragonstein.
Captain Kaya, surely I can't just...
Open the fucking door! These two are here on Jean's order. She asked them to investigate Albedo's office.
Oh, in that case, head on in.
Give me the door! Wow, it looks fucking boring in here.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
Yep, it's all the stuff from the potion-making event. Who could have guessed? All right, I have some work on my own, so I'll leave you to it. Good luck, you two.
Right back at ya.
Listen, you're telling me I can't go into Albedo's private office when he said I'm gonna have to stop him at some point? Like... I think he already proposed to me. Like... Ooh, okay. What's in here? Do y'all say anything? Open the fucking door. I want to talk to Riot.
Since you have Master Jean's permission, you're free to investigate the office anytime.
Man, I didn't realize I was going to be hallucinating through the door. Thanks, Riot. Ooh.
All right, let's see what we can find.
Oh, it's turning. Oh, okay. Test tubes, box, research. I'm going to save the research notes because I feel like that's important. There's a book. I can't look up, apparently. I guess let's go this way. Investigate the book. There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. It's also floating for some fucking reason. Some pages of the book have been marked with alchemical symbols, and other have S-shape or triangular symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear. I feel like this is probably something related to actual alchemy. I just don't know what it is.
Wow, these books are so fancy. Albedo must have gone to great lengths to get them.
They also have his, like, battle, like, symbol on his E. Okay. Investigate the lock on the desk. Oh, that's the letter. A lockbox sits on the desk. The latch bears signs of wear, suggesting the importance of whatever lies within. The box likely remained locked most of the time. But now the lid remains wide open, as if the owner was forced to leave in a hurry and didn't have time to lock it. Perhaps the letter intercepted by the investigators was once stored here. The remaining contents shouldn't hold much weight as conclusive evidence, but you'd still get a strange feeling after reviewing them. In elegant penmanship, the letter reads, "In addition, I do happen to have some information on the subject of our last discussion. The materials and arcane formation required for human transmutation." Arcane! The formations in these workers likely originate from the Conrian art of alchemia, but relevant documentation has not been well maintained over time, so I cannot guarantee that there are no errors or omissions. As thanks for your past assistance, I've enclosed the records within this letter. But that does not mean I support your pursuit of this research. Ethics aside, I'm not convinced that it's even possible to create a human whose existence is identical to our own. The idea that the dynamic of the creator and creation could exist within the same species is cause for concern. Even with a talent like yours, I must urge you to proceed with caution. The signature belongs to an unfamiliar name, one that also appears on an alchemy book nearby. You skim the preface and learn that the author is an old and accomplished alchemist. The person is likely a friend from Albedo's academic circle, someone who owed Albedo a favor, but also urged him to refrain from conducting dangerous research.
Human transmutation? Is Albedo seriously looking into that?
I mean, this is like, what, the second person that has caused blasphemy who's also doing research and stuff? It's not gold, but I'm assuming it's a researcher from Sumeru, because everyone comes out of Sumeru from somewhere, you know?
Ooh, Paimon doesn't want to think about that.
It doesn't look good, but this letter can't directly prove that Albedo did anything. Besides, a technique like that must be too dangerous to share with the public, right? That's why it wasn't brought up during the trial. Okay. Investigating the test tube. Why is this one orange? There's a test tube on the shelf with some black powder residue at the bottom. Gee, either my eyes are, like, colorblind, or that isn't black powder on the bottom of this test tube. Next to it lies a neatly written note. Chalk is the next stage after soil, but the current available materials are still insufficient to construct a stable structure.
Nope. No idea what that means. Not sure if it's too hard for Paimon or too hard for anyone outside this line of work.
I think it's just too hard for Paimon because we know that homie is made out of fucking chalk. Last book, research notes. Albedo's notes lie on the table. They resemble the ones you've seen before, but the contents are different this time. Oh, that is a very pointy eye. I feel like we've seen this in Fontaine at some point. As always, the penmanship is impeccable, careful and neat with a certain elegance in his uniformity, much like the man himself. One of the notes reads, putrefaction should be regarded as counter-simulation to the process of life, like a highly efficient and destructive spell of rot. Upon use, the target will decay within an extremely short period of time, turning onto dust that is nearly invisible to the naked eye before dissipating into the air. I think we have seen that symbol somewhere, and I feel like it's Fontaine with Canatilla and all this other stuff, but I could be very, very wrong. I think that's it, though. Kind of remind me of, ooh, the Conria robot eyes? You mean like the small one, like Carcata? That could be possible. Okay, nothing happens when I sit. Fine. Anything else? Can I investigate the walls? He's in the walls! He's in the goddamn walls! That's me sitting. That's not investigating, homie. Is there anything on the ceiling? Nothing is on the ceiling. Never mind.
Alright, let's see what we can find.
Was I supposed to do something? Did I not click on everything? Oh shit, there was something underneath the notebook?
Nope.
I am blind. That's the unsurprising. Oh! What's under it? After moving the book, the desk looks almost empty. Your hand slipped while moving the book, causing the hardcover book to strike the desk. The resulting noise is a bit unusual. It's subtle, but to an experienced adventurer, it sounds too hollow. Almost like there's a compartment within this desk. Investigate underneath the desk.
It looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
This is me when I drop a snack on the floor. There does appear to be a compartment added to one side of the desk. It's very well hidden. The lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve elemental power in some way. Perhaps you could try using the Geo power. Wow, who would have guessed? The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. Okay, so it's both the symbols from the first book and the last book. Festering is also a manifestation of rot. Are we gonna have the answer to erosion? When festering forces a sufficient amount of life energy collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this in an alchemical experiment, the results of the refinement were startling. The last time we heard the word festering, yeah, the sword, but also Fontaine as well, I think. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of Project I must take advantage of this opportunity.
The name of the project is blotted out in ink. What could it be?
I don't know. The note mentioned festering forces, which suggests that Dragonspine could be involved somehow. It's Biden's name? Oh my god, the real answer all along, Kevin! If this has something to do with creating synthetic life, would Albedo go that far for one of his experiments? No, it can't be! Amid the notes is a map with a few markings on it. Two of the marked locations correspond with the crime scenes, and the third appears to be in Dragonspine. Okay, so that's outside of Mond. There's this one, which is... Oh, the 2 buried locations where they originally had. So we're gonna have to... Ew. You're telling me I have to go to Dragonspine? That's disgusting. It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigation are correct, there could be a body hidden at that last location. Or at the very least, what remains of one.
Huh. What does this mean? Oh, do you think something might also be buried at the last location?
Girl, we just said this.
Alright, that seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we found.
We found books. Dodo, Dodo, Dodico. Doot, doot, doot.
Oh, Venti's calling. Let's answer.
Ring, ring, hello, Venti. How's the investigation going? Finding anything?
Oh, we found stuff, all right. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see. So Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? Somehow, I'm surprised he's not surprised. You share what you learned with Venti. Not promising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Rhindaughter's creations, there'd be no separating him from her past. As we both know, Rhindaughter's approach to alchemy and ethics was pure madness, and the evidence you just found, let's just say it could convince even the closest to him of his guilt, perhaps even you. I don't think the handwriting was faked, and the notes also sounded like him. Then it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo? I don't know, personally, but I want to.
Yeah, he's our friend. We should keep the faith. And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it. Yeah, that must be it.
Oh my god, he's under NDA. That's crazy. Either way, a fair investigation means coming to the conclusion presented by the facts. Does that mean even Venti no longer believes him? I don't think he doesn't believe him, but at the same time, I think he's a little suspicious as to what the Hexen Circle are doing. Because remember, literally in history, the Hexen Circle was just like, all right, we're gonna beef with the Archon. And Venti was just like, nah, chill, bro. And they all chilled. So maybe he thinks that the Hexen Circle are gonna try and do something. Remaining objective has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned.
Rise, bro,
Wait,
snooping!
that's Miles. What's he doing here?
Oh, sorry. I heard voices and wasn't sure if I should check who was inside.
The voices! The voices! It's okay. We're here on Jean's orders.
Ah, I see. I'll, leave you to it then.
So why were you snooping, though? That's so suspicious. Anyway.
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
Oh, not really. Nothing that made sense anyway.
So stop lying. You heard what we said.
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
You're not helping, Paimon, but you know what? Fair enough.
Oh, sure. You got it.
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
That's gonna come bite us in the ass later. Ooh, rocks. Love that for me.
We should be getting close.
That's a hole.
Oh, look over there. Something seems off.
What if I do this? Oh, fuck, I missed, but you know what I'm trying to do.
Live!
You know what? It is very Albedo shaped, but the
forth.
flower's a little bit too big. I don't think it's Albedo because you know why? I don't think it's the correct size. Although everything is covered in snow, as a seasoned adventurer, you notice a spot in the ground that looks quite different from its surroundings. You remove the snow and find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. But the hole is completely empty, and the surrounding markings make it look like something was dug up. Did an animal do this, or some monster?
Weird. There's a hole, but no body. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies. But this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole or smooth out the ground like the other places?
If one person did all this, why not remove the traces like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why was this location marked on his notes? You return to the Knights of Favonius, doubts swirling in your mind. Albedo is a free man and walking around apparently now. You're back. Did you find anything? We found a hole.
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
You tell Jean about your findings from Albedo's office. I see. A complicated result, but your efforts are appreciated. Did Albedo submit an appeal? Yes, he asked for a retrial. Okay, good. At least he did that. There are still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and the disappearances of the bodies. The minimal remains were uncovered and have been sent for forensic analysis, which should provide some answers. It's just...
What's wrong?
I'm pretty sure Sucrose is going to have to handle it, right? The side eye. If the victims turn out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation becomes all the more serious. The second trial will likely have to be open to the public. And I doubt public sentiment will be in Albedo's favor.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious.
The second trial is set to take place in 2 days. I hope you consider attending this one as well.
Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just stay positive.
Well said. When the time comes, I'll carry out my duty to the best of my ability. Oh my god, bro, why are you here? Miles. That's suspicious. He's being too obvious. Have we checked if anyone's missing? I mean, we did, and there were a bunch of NPCs missing in the special area, but I'm not sure if they have anything in relation to this. Like, Glory's fucking missing. If they kill off Glory, I'm going to lose my fucking shit. I have a perfect defense for Albedo. If he can decompose the body, turning them into ash, and why not would he need a huge hole to bury it? That is true. Also, bones don't decompose that fast. Why only one bone? That's suspicious. I'm just saying.
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
Knock, knock, Jean. It's time for why are you just standing there? Menacingly. You two. Let me know if you're ready and we'll head out. Sure. All right, follow me. Ooh, you're right. There is a cryo symbol on top. That's interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gundenhilde, will once again oversee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged. Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as an assessor. Ms. Hertha represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order. Miss Hertha, have the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains.
But who is it?
In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T.
Who?
The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Oh my god, all of my mains going against Albedo hurts me. Hanselmann, male, 46 years old, marital status, single, occupation, hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. D-Luke found is consistent with the injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselmann. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition. So no one is explaining the acceleration of decomposition at all.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Also, the machine bite that they got, I'm assuming is a trap if he was a hunter, you know? Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act. In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Okay, so everyone is testifying. All right. Another one, huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master Diluc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too.
It is so funny that Donna is in the shot with Diluc. That's hilarious to me.
I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluc.
Okay, hold on. How far did you have to walk from Dragonspine to Dawn Winery? I'm sorry, that's way too far to go for a walk.
I thought it might be nice to, chat. So
Okay.
I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body.
But okay. There's another location in Dragonspine. Why didn't you see that one? If you were that close to the Dawn Winery. I'm sorry, logistically, this doesn't make sense.
I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place.
Well, I cannot believe you're saying that in court, but okay.
If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
Okay, why is Hertha getting all these people to say this stuff, though? My question is, why didn't they want to come out with this? Is it because he's in a high position and they were just like, I don't want to accuse someone like of that high of a rank, you know? I see. Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
But also, you would have to walk such a far distance from Dragonspine to the Dawn Winery, though. Unless you were on the right side of the map, you know? Like, how far did you fucking walk?
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidence on that subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
The evidence we found in Albedo's office. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office, the most important which is this map. Ah, yes, the map again. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letter and the locations of the crime scenes. Does this map belong to you? Oh, Albedo. Yes. Were you the one who marked these locations? Yes. You realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No! Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expound on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
Okay, first of all, shut up, Hertha, because I want to know what the hell he's going to say. What I have always had, I have never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hertha, you presented a meticulous and convincing case, I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses, I'm exercising patience. Wait, why is he waiting, though?
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Okay, yeah, but why is he waiting? That's my question. What is he waiting for? Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious but unfazed. That mean he really didn't do anything untoward? He mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragonspine. Which reminds me, one of the locations marked on the map we found was in Dragonspine, wasn't it? We literally just went there, but sure! Traveler, you were the one who uncovered the notes, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well. Yeah? Can you tell us what you found? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found in Dragonspine. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
Hold on, no, but we can't just assume that a body was there just because there's a big-ass hole. I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? You know what? That's what I fucking expected out of this. All right, the first marked location. The first marked location is near Mondstadt. Beatrice saw Albedo use alchemy to dig a hole and bury a body there. A single men's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes nearby. Taken together, this evidence seems to suggest that Albedo killed someone and concealed the body. No, you're fucking jumping to conclusions. That's what everyone's thinking, but it could also be like, he just stuffed a shoe and a piece of fabric in there for some weird alchemy shit. The second marked location is between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery, where Diluc saw Albedo bury the body of an adult male. Diluc described nearly the same events as Beatrice. There's no reason for them to collude against Albedo, so their testimony should be trustworthy. Diluc found teeth and a femur bone at the scene, and then Donna confirmed his version of events because she was also there that night, stalking him. The two should have no reason to set Albedo up. Despite her crush, Donna wouldn't lie about something like that to get Diluc's attention. Not to mention, Donna has been acting strange since before the trial. Third marked location. The third marked location is in Dragonspine. We only knew about it because we found the map in the hidden compartment. During our investigation, Paimon and I discovered a hole beneath the snow, big enough to hide a human body. There was also claw marks around the outside, like there was a fucking dragon there. But there was no body or remains whatsoever. The human remains. According to the forensic results, the teeth and femur bone belonged to a Mondstadt citizen, and the witness account suggests that Albedo was the last person to come into contact with his body. Did Albedo really use alchemy to reduce the body to a few bones? And does that mean he's the killer? So I can link this with the human remains, right? Or the second location? Okay, the differences between the marked locations. Albedo marked these 3 locations on the map found in the hidden compartment. There's some similarities and differences between... You can say that about everything. Based on what we know, all 3 locations were likely used to hide bodies. The hole dug in each area certainly seemed big enough, but unlike the first 2 locations, there were claw marks around the hole in the third location, and no witnesses saw anything happen there. Dragonspine is home to all manners of monsters and wild animals. Could some kind of creature have dug up the body? But why wasn't that the case in the other locations? The marks didn't look fresh, which means the hole at the third location has been there longer than the other 2. But if the hole at the third location wasn't made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Dragonspine's ecosystem. Dragonspine has a frigid climate and is covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that can withstand the cold. Deep within the mountain lies the remains of an even more mysterious creature, Durin. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, it still possesses a peculiar life energy that you can make a spear out of. Now that I think about it, a lot of strange things have happened on Dragonspine. Albedo's identity. Most people know Albedo as an alchemist and the captain of the investigation team. But in truth, he's a Kraiden prince, a synthetic human created by one of the 5 sinners, Gold Rhindaughter. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit a crime, it would likely be well concealed. Up until now, Albedo has never displayed any ill will towards humanity, and he also seems like his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. That would only make things worse for him. And I can associate it with this because there's no other choice. Encounters on Dragonspine. I almost forgot! Paimon and I once encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo, and we weren't the only ones. Wait a second, someone who looks exactly like him? Gee, I wonder why they gave us the recap. I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of the facts, I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo's trying to tell me just now. I'd like to address the court, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raise a few questions. Regarding the 2 cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the 3rd location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. If this was all done by one person, why wasn't the 3rd scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around this 3rd location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. Astute as ever, Traveler.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out. There is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the 3rd location. And the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
It could be he's the most plausible suspect. It doesn't mean that he is the suspect, you know? Allow me to respond to Traveler's point. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. But that's not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide the things at those 3 locations.
What?
There were indeed bodies at each location, and I did kill and bury someone on Dragonspine.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
But it wasn't the dude. You're mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine. Someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead, and buried the body on the mountain, the 3rd location marked on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber, Bennett, and I were with Albedo that day. The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
But but after that event, he didn't die, though.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people, their blood is on your hands.
Okay, but you're tying this to an entirely different situation? I need you to chill. No, you're fucking wrong.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
Broski, you're trying to clip shit from like a giant piece of context and only clipping it to like one little piece because that's all you heard. That's literally not what it was. If you would let me fucking finish, Miss Hertha, I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, with blonde hair, blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone who happens to look exactly like you, exactly like him. So I was right, it does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
But it's not the person that you're talking about, so theoretically there should be a different fucking courtroom for this, and there would be a whole separate trial for that. Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. I see. Then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony. Thank you, see? D-Luke is fucking reasonable, okay?
What?
Everyone! I brought her!
Whomsta?
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face? Hello to you, too.
As you can see, this Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up.
It low-key did sound like GLaDOS, I'm not even gonna lie. I will sue you for being fake and stupid.
You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
Order in the court! I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon Durin. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the East, Dvalin, defeated Durin in battle, and with help from Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach, an unsuccessful iteration of the homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of... homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome.
I really like this voice actor. She does such a good job.
Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
Anyway, the two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, new arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know.
That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the Albedo in this room of being an imposter.
You were also accusing him of other shit that didn't make any sense, but okay.
How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real Albedo long ago. Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused?
I forgive her. I wouldn't expect a plant to understand the law is a crazy sentence.
You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
Get him!
No, my head. It hurts.
The
Flashbang.
scar
Ow.
is right here.
Oh. Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant in the Knights of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or should I say, all spawns of Durin's life force, you have that ability. A powerful life force, an appearance you can change at will, yet here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act, because you're worried using that power could affect your accomplices. Accomplices? Then Miles must be one of them. There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it because in this network of living beings, you serve at its core.
Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way!
Whoa!
Come on, let's go!
Oh, well shit. You too?
Hey, they're shielding the imposter!
She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in your way.
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
It's time to get moving.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
After her!
It's time. Albedo, you're the most called out of everyone. Shut up. All units move out. Third company, keep the imposter's trail. We finally have a chance to talk. Before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. Yeah, please! First, I never killed anyone of my fellow citizens. I never used human remains as a part of an alchemical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of a plan. Most of the members from our order were in on it. As for our witness, Master D. Luke picked up on the situation long before today's proceedings. I love me a smart man! I love me a smart man! This is why he's my favorite! Anyway, that's quite an involved plan. Indeed, follow me. Up high, slimes. Oh no! Oh well, that's fun.
How are there monsters in the city?
It's almost like all the enforcement officers were in the fucking courtroom. They're all monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent. But fear not, we've been preparing for this. Okay. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Durin's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advance on Mondstadt. And so, we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first step?
The watchtower? The top of the city wall. Okay. Who is that? The Knights? I got you, homie.
Captain Albedo, honorary knight, and your floating companion.
I love that
Some of
Paimon
the
still
people
doesn't have a
around here
name.
are acting strange. Be careful.
I love that we have brought Among Us back into the game. My favorite.
Will be frozen in time. Freeze.
Don't look at me as to why I'm using cryo on the cryo. Just leave me alone. Leave me a little bit alone.
Flames! Purge!
You good? You guys okay?
Thanks for the help. I don't think we could have managed that on our own.
Okay, bye.
I hope everyone's all right.
Bye,
we
Raymond.
really appreciate the help.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on. I need to go to the side area. I'll go around. I feel like that's easier. Literally, Paimon, don't act like you're gonna fight. You're literally not gonna do anything. Lisa and Razor! Yeah! Hi, cutie, it's you. Here, take some weight off my shoulders.
It's you.
Hi, Razor. Good work, everyone. We're here to help.
You're in for a little shock.
Oh, they changed my party. I did not realize. Hi, I wanted D-Luke on my party because he actually works.
Coming to be. You're in for a little
shock. Oh god, it's been a while since I actually used Lisa.
For a little shock. Blitz.
I don't have enough charge on that last one. There we go. Huh?
Moment of birth.
Coming to bean.
Burst forth.
Man, I could have used my regular Razor. He would have fought a little bit better. Hi, Lisa. It's been a while since I unleashed my lightning during Windbloom.
It happened a lot before?
Unleashing lightning on people? No. Once in a while, maybe. It sure feels good to let loose, though. Ha, my old professor even wrote to me about that a few days ago. Of course, I made sure to emphasize I always treat others with kindness. It's only natural for a student to inherit their teacher's ways. After all, and mine was a gentle old man from the Spontamod school. So you see, this time, I only used gentle methods of electrocution. So gentle, even Jean would have no reason to intervene. I love her.
Huh.
I miss her so much.
Gentle electrocution.
Razor, please. I love you, but take that with a grain of salt. You seem to be in good spirits, Miss Lisa. Ah, well, it's good to move about every once in a while.
Hold firm. Drag another wardrobe over here.
Bile beast! The inner rock tribe shall not tolerate such transgressions! Hi, Fischl.
Ah, that's the traveler's voice.
Hi, Oz. You arrive at the most opportune time, vassal. Sword at the ready. Am I using Fischl, actually?
Coming to be.
Oh man, this is not my Fischl, is it? Is this
No
DPS
rest
Fischl?
for the wicked.
It's Electro DPS Fischl, I guess. Alright. That's fine. Oh no, we got you guys here too? Man, I am so glad I upgraded my
power.
Traveler right before this.
Live.
Fear not, the foul monsters have been cast into the void.
Mein Fräulein means to say that you should refrain from going out for the time being. We will continue to protect this area.
All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem.
But, I've never seen a bird that can, talk.
Wait, hold on. You can see through the wall? Wait a minute. Someone get Parsley. I think he's an imposter.
Ah, no need to worry. I'm Mein Fräulein's humble servant. Please rest assured, I'm not a danger to you.
I think he's an imposter. He's never seen Oz?
Oh, no, of course. I didn't mean it that way at all. I just...
Break the door down! No matter. My vassals have unfinished duties, yes? Then go forth and smite these wretched beasts. The princess's blessing shall illuminate your path.
Hey, Venti!
Shoot, someone's coming. Help me, please! Someone help me!
What's with the freakout? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the act. Sorry, I thought you were regular citizens. It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned. I agree. Although it's been a while since I dealt with something this big, it's going to be pretty exhausting. Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble. Ha! Just what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
People can make new friends when you're not here, you know? That's embarrassing, but also, yeah. They're right. Monsters started surging from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expected those monsters to have become this advanced. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially during the fact that Durand absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witnesses saw were true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Durand's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearances to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get close to the people. I eliminated two who attempted to...
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly digested their victims. Sometimes they even left behind body parts to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, the second some teeth and bone. The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims and put them to rest. Okay, so two of them are confirmed to be dead. One of them being the hunter, the other one, I don't know who the fuck the other person is. And then the third hole is just missing. Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the putrefaction of the bodies. After we defeated the doppelganger Whopperflower on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? You told me the story of a gardener, I remember. I'm glad. Then you remember what I told you about Subject 2? In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Whopperflower into Subject 3. So there was another imposter on Dragonspine that day. So there were 3. Yes, that would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So you see, at one point, there was something hidden in that hole you found. But Durin is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up Subject 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creation along with his knowledge and the way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. That's bad. Humans who venture into Dragonspine for too long are also bound to fall under Durin's influence, but those effects don't show themselves right away, and the extent to which a person has been affected is hard to perceive. You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange. Those are the same people who tried to break into the Knights of Favonia's headquarters. Durin's power remained dormant within them until finally it surged to the surface and seized control. That was also our goal. If we could force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power, all those under its influence would become violent, and thus we would know who was affected.
Wait, so what do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
Well, that's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just lazed around after promising to help. We'll use the power of animal to restrain them for now. That should give the knights the chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, that's the long and short of the situation. It's time to activate that thing, right? Yes, so there are little secrets other people shouldn't know. Ahem, my identity, for example. Keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it. I don't know what is happening.
Paimon's never seen this many.
There should now be wind currents across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear. All units, what's your status?
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa, it's long-distance wind communication. How is that even possible?
Bro invented telephones. It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we'll succeed in defending our city. Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can fucking hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
Venti has everything to hide, okay? You didn't have to broadcast that, you idiot.
Huh? That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Oh, you know, just wandering bard calling for help. Thank goodness Traveler, Paimon, and Albedo found me. Got me out of the tight spot. Okay, now that you're okay, we should check on the status of the other areas. Bye, Venti. Thanks, friend. May the animal Archon protect you. I've got things covered here. Wait, I want to talk to Venti! Let me talk to Venti! Oh, hi, Sucrose. Okay, Sucrose is there. Ah! Let's fucking go! I don't like being in the middle of the city like this, especially on a bridge. Oh, look who it is. Get back! And that's why he's my favorite. Anyway. That was a close one. I suppose thanks are in order, Master D. Luke. I appreciate the help. No need. I didn't intervene to save you. That was for my own convenience. You were in my way. Oh, well, let me get out of your hair, then. I suppose we could work together, but if you would just melt my ice anyway. Not them referencing the first archipelago. Oh my god. Suit yourself. All right, tell me. When did you notice something was off? The first trial. Ah, because of the fake Herda? No, because of you. Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough? No, you weren't nervous enough. Tell me then, Master D. Luke, when do you think I actually get nervous? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters incoming. On second thought, best not to think about it. I love that he's doing this dramatic-ass pose and kind of just like, yeah, this is my idiot-ass brother. He does this all the time. I cannot wait till everyone is back and able to voice their characters because I need to see Josie and Sean voice that one section. I'm so glad this is actually an Archon quest. I need them to bicker. I need them to fight.
Sorry. Cool it.
I need them to be the most sassy-ass individuals in existence.
Time for
Retribution!
Is that all you've got?
Don't get frostbite.
Verdict is...
Freeze. What's the hurry?
Can I run? Oh my god, Kaya, don't die.
My flame has been extinguished.
I hate everything about this. Can I revive him? Can I?
This moment will be frozen in time.
Are you a C4 Kaya? Why do you not have a shield? Please. Thus ends the story of D-Luke. Everyone shut up. No one saw that. No one saw that. Thank you. Thank you.
D-Luke, Kaya!
If you had time to make it out here, I'm guessing the other areas are secure?
What? We can't be here because we care?
I can't wait for Josie to voice that. I cannot wait for Josie to voice that one line. Maybe this was just the closest spot to the city gate. Maintaining control over the main roads means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
All under control, don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have this area covered. I think you mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you. We don't have to bring that up. Oh, now Albedo dragging the old shit. Well, keep up the good work. We'll go check the status of the other locations. Good luck. Oh, I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side by the end. Ha, believe me, he's had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Aw, look at D-Luke being sweet. Thank you for trusting me and choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kaya, good work, as always. We'll see you soon. Of course, stay safe. I love them. They're my favorite. I'm glad that if you don't finish the other ones, or like you get sidetracked with the other ones, you get to still see them. Ooh, that's a lot of injured people. That's a lot. Get close to the injured Knights of Favonius and use Barbara's elemental skill to heal them.
Barbara,
Is this like a trial for Barbara out of all people?
Hi.
Guy, go! So that's where all the other knights went.
Hi.
You know what's crazy? I did not know this is how Barbara's skill worked. Anyway, literally Barbara trial in 2025. Imagine. And using what, the Amber prototype?
Let the show begin.
Let the show begin. This is not how it works. Oh. I just know it heals, and that's it. All right, you should be on the mend.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
You're not rushing back out to the front line, are you? You're still injured. I miss Laura, bro.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand. As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others here who need to get back to the front line, so I'll escort you all myself.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just doing my job. I'll leave the cathedral to you then, Barbara. You can count on me. I don't really know how all of this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this a really long time. So I think everything will be all right. No, it has to be. Did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara? No, not at all. Did you need something? I just wanted to tell you that over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt. Attacks and fighting. So I need you to take care of yourself. Huh? How do you know? Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonspine, and he's our authority on that region, so we should take him at his word. Dragonspine, huh? So the city is going to be in danger? Yes, but the Knights of Favonius will do whatever we can to protect the people. But then who will protect you? Don't worry, I'll look out for myself, I promise. I'm so glad they have that talk. Please let them be okay out there. Sister Barbara, could you lend me a hand? Of course, coming. That's cute. I'm so happy that they had that talk. Also, Mona. Oh my god, Noel? In the year of our Lord 2025? Bennett, who should be the Pyro Archon? Anyway. Oh my god, Mika mentioned. Amber mentioned. They're here. Prepare for battle. On guard, everyone. Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock. Looks like we got 25 Hilichurls, 2 Blazing Axe Minotaurs, and a bunch of different slimes. Prepare elemental countermeasures. Roger that. Look at them! I love them! Ah! Oh, am I? Amber Trial in 2025 is crazy. Imagine Amber Trial. Do I have Mika on my team? I do.
Providing cover fire.
Oh, I wish she had a DPS build.
Hey!
Yeah, now's our chance.
Please, please, DPS Amber, go. How does one even play Amber? Give me a D-Luke and Kaya. That I'm fine with. Give me Mika and Amber? Ain't no way, bro.
Go, Baron Bunny!
Engaging.
No escape!
That hit one Hilichurl, but alright, fine. Am I supposed to play you like Ganyu? Is that what it is? Maybe that's why they were just like, yeah, we're giving you an Amber Trial. No one fucking uses her.
Leave the wounded to me.
And I don't know how to use her. Ow.
No one escapes my sights! Hey,
well, that did a lot of damage, I think.
Final warning.
All units are now in position.
Hi, Hertha. The real one.
Hertha! Ah, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead.
What? That's what she said? I love Note.
And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's quite a scary thought. I just get chills thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you're none the wiser? It's almost like there's a game about this called Among Us. Don't worry, once this is all over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again. Albedo, are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was worried. Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was in complete shock. So you didn't know, Amber? Then it seems Eula did an excellent job at keeping the situation under wraps. No need to worry, you two. I'm no worse for wear. That sounds like Eula, alright? She's an impenetrable wall, that one. You're not getting a secret out of her.
Yeah, for sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
This is for plot reasons. It was Kaya's suggestion. He said the plan would work best if someone well-known and reputable without being too high profile. So not a main character, but a very notable NPC. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization, so she came up with the idea that she would disappear. Ah, so that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during a mission. Of course, it didn't take long for that to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news came from Kaya and Hertha's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed it to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks and couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear on the Knight's patrol route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
Damn! So when we started in Natlan, basically? That's crazy.
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
Yeah, and our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Hertha's body in order to protect the imposter's identity, which is a more advanced way of thinking than Subject 2. So, we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Hertha that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself that she had enough to strike.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Don't worry, Barbados already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be at the right moment, or would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about Dragonspine and the monsters in disguise, and if my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due, it was well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed. I have you to thank for that, Traveler. You probably don't know it, but you've been a part of the plan since the beginning. Me? I didn't even know there was a plan. Also, I was in Natlan. Bro, I was trying to save the Night Kingdom. Exactly. Some of us were trying not to die. And for that, you have my sincerest apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. This might not sound intuitive, but I did it to make the plan even stronger. From the beginning, I knew I had to leave the letters in my office for a fair and independent reader to discover. Someone willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew you would return for Windbloom. I knew you would agree to attend the trial. And I knew your sense of responsibility and justice as an honorary knight would compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Hertha, Subject 2, has met you on Dragonspine before. If she thought you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. The perfect time for us to strike. Albedo's right. You're part of our plan from the start. I hope you don't take offense at our decision to keep that from you. This is a good cover-up for bad writing. I mean, if they were really trying to fake it, this would make a lot of sense. And please, don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt. Enough people were involved in the plan as it was. We had no other choice. The Honorary Knight and Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. We will never forget that.
Aww, that means a lot.
In that case, thank you for thinking of me. It was an honor to take part. It is us who should be thanking you, Honorary Knight.
Wait, was that Eula just now? Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
So Eula's probably the last one. Okay. Go to the plaza, go to Cat's Tail, and check beneath the windmill. Okay. I step outside the courtroom, and this is the first thing I see. I'm not sure how much more I can take. I'm not brave enough.
Huh. I think you should give yourself more credit. You were brave enough to sit through the trial despite the nature of the allegations. That takes strength.
Deacon Dahlia, I didn't see you there. He's literally right next to you, girly pop.
Apologies. Rosaria asked me to come. With Albedo running around protecting the city, she was worried you might be alone. At a time like this, 2 is much better than 1. So let me help.
Oh, thank you. I didn't think Miss Rosaria even remembered me.
Of course she does. She spent all that time monitoring Albedo. It's only natural that she remembers his most dedicated student.
Oh, yeah. So, after all of this, I doubt Mr. Albedo's identity will be a secret, huh? Not to the higher-ups, at least.
As far as I know, he shared that information with close members of his order long before these events.
Huh?
Perhaps I spoke too soon. You do scare easily.
Sorry, I guess I didn't expect Mr. Albedo to just reveal it like that.
I'm sure he felt the time was right. Besides, you know the truth. I know the truth. It doesn't change anything, right?
This feels like he's coming out of the closet. When Mr. Albedo told me in the library a few days ago, I was pretty shocked, but more than that, I was amazed.
Not afraid?
No, not afraid. I trust in knowledge and science, and I trust Mr. Albedo as a person. I just noticed, Deacon, there aren't any wind currents around us.
We lucked out on that front. Otherwise, that conversation would have been for the whole city to hear.
Huh? So that's how that works? That could have been so embarrassing. Ugh, these darn things are more annoying than disgusting booze hounds. Albedo, Traveler, if you run into anyone who needs a safe place to wait this out, feel free to send them to the Cat's Tail. I'll be here to watch over things so the tavern will be safe. Thank you, Diona. We'll be sure to do just that. Oh my god, Vile!
Gotta say,
I miss Vile.
When I saw you on the side of the road, I thought you were hurt. Not about to whack me in the head.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I was trying
I
to
love
run
her.
away, but I just couldn't keep going, so I pretended to be unconscious. Thought I could at least land a surprise hit on a monster that way.
I get it. That's a pretty common tactic. Oh, Traveler, Albedo, you're here.
If you're looking for somewhere safe, head to the Cat's Tail. Diona is sheltering people there. Anyone who needs help is welcome.
Got it. I'll take her there right away. You're doing a really good thing here, Diona. Thanks to you, so many people are out of danger.
Don't worry about it. We'll all call this city home. Giving people somewhere safe to stay is the least I could do. Dad, I think we got another group coming. Can you cover things here while I go check it out? Of course, be careful out there.
I'll help you out.
Oh, her and her dad working together. I'll literally throw up right now. I'll literally vomit. I'll cry. Sob in a ditch. Ah, perfect timing, Traveler. I was hoping you 3 could form a mobile unit to help respond to the various threats in the area. It's been a while, Traveler. I'm also here to help. Jean and I are going to remain here to monitor the situation. We'll leave the other locations to you. Don't worry, my scry glass doesn't show the slightest chance of failure. Victory will be ours. Ah! Captain Albedo, honorary knight!
Burst forth!
Focus on the battle, we got your back.
Yeah.
Okay, as someone who doesn't need to use their own characters and likes having the characters be a part of the story, I'm very happy that these two are here.
Live! What? Yeah.
Although I wish my
Witness
characters were a
great
little stronger.
undertaking. Come into being.
Just a smidge.
As a dutiful maid would.
Oh. Well, can we drop back down, actually? That works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for the help. That was over a lot faster than I expected. You know, if I had my regular team, actually, it'd be better. But you know what? Or actually, my own Noelle would be a lot stronger. I'm sure you have places to be, so don't let me keep you. Rest assured, I'll keep the people around here safe. Be careful out there. I know victory will be ours. You good?
It's all my fault. I knew Clea was fast, but disappearing like this?
Oh, we killed her.
I only lost sight of her for 1 second. How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
Explain what?
Well, that's, bad timing.
Albedo, Traveler, Paimon, what brings you here?
We're providing mobile support across the region. Was there something you needed to explain? You can tell me anything. I hope you know that.
Yeah, plus we kinda already heard what you said, so...
Just tell us. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Klee, she disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to find her.
I see. Please don't beat yourself up. Klee is...
Wait! Something's coming this way, and it doesn't look pretty!
Alright, fighting first, conversation later. Everyone looks
right
so
next
cool.
to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second.
Klee is known for her speed. Really? Don't worry, she's a knight in her own right. She can protect herself. And there you are. Klee's here to help.
Shut her.
See? Kids are fast on their feet. That's crazy.
Moments of birth.
Those
I love that Albedo's like not worried at all.
She's not to be underestimated. Flood of frost.
Oh, not it cutting in the ult. We won! Great work, Klee. I'll be counting on you to protect Eula next time, too.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
No problem. Just leave it to Klee. Are you going on patrol, Mr. Albedo? Klee heard you went camping for a few days, and these monsters followed you back home.
Camping. Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
That's right. So I need to report back to Master Jean to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Eula would be grateful if you escorted her back to headquarters as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
This is the interaction I didn't know I needed, but I love it. They're so cute. It would be an honor. Klee will do her best. Stop, I'll throw up. That's the most adorable shit I've ever seen in my life. I did not know I needed a Eula Klee reaction. Man, it feels like Storm Terror all over again. That should be it for now. Good work, everyone. How did we fare injury-wise? Good. Our preparations paid off. Injuries are few and far between. I have a full record here. Wonderful. I'll review it in a bit.
We're back!
Everyone all right?
Amber?
Yep, right as rain. We're back. Klee kept Miss Eula safe the whole way. That's amazing, Klee. Eula was lucky to have you. Looks like we're still missing a few. Reporting back, Master Jean. Mission complete. Good to have you back safe and sound. And great work, everyone. This operation could not have happened without you all. Your leadership is what made it possible, Master Jean. It's been a busy few days. You should take a well-deserved break. I will, but I believe you deserve one most of all. My work isn't finished, I'm afraid. I have a few loose ends to tie up. Like, also all the plot threads that we have missing in every region so far. Hoyo. Anyway, loose ends. Yes, of course. We could talk about it back at headquarters. Traveler and Paimon should be there too. All right, everyone who has finished their work should head back to their quarters or to the church to get some rest. Want to come with us, Klee? We can drink some tea and eat some freshly baked moon pies. Stop, they're gonna have a girls' night. I would love that. Yes, yes! I feel like most people don't like Eula, so I think that makes sense. Yeah. I headcanon now kids are normally scared of Klee, but Klee loves Eula. I would love that. Yeah. I think having that interaction humanizes Eula a little bit more, like, compared to her very dramatic self, you know? Little Klee helping her JJ. Eula is cute. Right? It's so cute. Hi, everyone. Venti, thank you for everything. I know there were difficult moments along the way. Oh, well, wait. Does that mean you saw me running for my life? I love him. Anyway. No. Apologies. Just forget I said anything. Just kidding, but you're right. It was tough out there. I almost lost my hat to the wind several times. Any notable information on the wind? Of course, I was out on the city wall for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something notable, well, I picked up on anxious voices and a child's anger. A child's anger? Are we talking about Durin? Durin has been isolated for centuries, but absorbing Subject 2's emotions allowed him to understand truths about this world and his existence. Oh my god, the truth about this world! What could it be? Including the fact that he's no longer Mother's only child. Oh no, it's sibling rivalry. Or her most perfect creation. It's obvious he found that fact difficult to accept. The emotions he felt in response were quite genuine and, dare I say, human. If I eliminate the perfect creation, I will be the only child Mother needs. This mindset arose out of Durin's instinct to compete and survive, and came to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption of Subject 2's knowledge allowed him to take a more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, Durin still lacks sufficient social intelligence. The fact that his army even got this far is a miracle.
Oh, no wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
Durin kind of is a bratty toddler, but also, if we compare it to Simulanka, I'm not surprised. That same feeling, it's close. Oh, you mean like it's close? That's a different voice line. Oh! Hi? Ah, Miss Phonia, here to make your report?
Oh, nothing much to report, actually.
Uh-huh, while the city's being destroyed? Is that so? During the battle, we were talking about your transfer to the 7th Company. You were in charge of patrols and post-battle reconnaissance this time. How did everything go?
Good. No problems.
I see. If you don't mind me asking, why did you come from that direction? And why are you alone? Do you think we are still meeting at the side gate? There was a change of plans. We sent the message over the wind in the last few minutes of the battle. There were a lot of changes during the operation, but I imagine you've missed those as well, because you're under Durin's influence. And you have been since your trip to Dragonspine over 6 months ago. Bro is running off. Okay. Oh, we're good. Okay, we're fine. For once, Huffman is useful. Don't move. Let's continue this discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll figure out a way to free you from his power soon. Are we talking about Durin as in our Durin or dead Durin? We're talking about the Durin that's in Dragonspine, the heart. I mean, theoretically, he was never really dead. It's just that his heart was beating. And also his skeleton is everywhere. All right, the others are looking after Phonia. Please tell me you can help her. I can as long as the rest of the operation goes well.
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
What happens next is more of a personal project. I've consulted Venti about the possibility of calling a tripartite conference? Ah, yes, that's a relatively new tradition. Grandmaster Varka came up with the idea a few years— What? Okay. I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of Hex's Circle for a small favor, because Varka didn't just do that. The chubbiness caught me off guard. If I hadn't known any different, I'd have thought he was talking about his older sisters or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
If he looks like that, I'm gonna throw the fuck up. I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not old either. Bro, if he looks like an NPC when he comes out, I'm going to lose my mind. He's the type to crack a joke at every opportunity. So whatever age that is. So Sino age. Indeed. Anyway, the tripartite conference is... Tripartite? I don't even know how to pronounce that word. Is a gathering of 3 parties, and the Hexen Circle, the Animal Archon, and the joint forces of the Knights and Church of Favonius. Oh, that's where this art came from. Lord Barbados was able to facilitate a meeting between Varka and the mages. Is that what he's supposed to look like? He looks like Dimitri. my first thought. I'm just like, Dimitri from Fire Emblem? I was expecting brown hair, Varka, actually. He looks like Japard. Oh my god, he does look like Japard. We're just getting Japard. We're gonna get Japard and Rhodia and Not Cry. Someone said adventuring. He is skinny enough, I think. He looks like prototype Arthur from Fate Strange. I mean, hey, we take those. Chris Hackney Part 2 is crazy. I love how Alice looks, though. It's giving Herta, and that's all I wanted. I love that she looks like Herta, though. This gives me life. Varka has quite a way with words, so he was able to gain their favor and convince them to agree to a very important request. Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to our nation. Yes, and now I have a request of my own, so I need the conference to convene once again. Venti, if you would. Of course. Traveler, pass me the Dodo communication device.
Huh? You're gonna use that thing to call them?
It's a phone. I'm pretty sure if you have their number, you can just hit them up. Heh, just watch and learn. Okay, I think this should do it. Also, in the Golden Island Archipelago, I'm pretty sure Alice gave us these devices.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Is that Varka? Hold on, that's not the right voice.
Wait, Barbados?
Wait, I love how the first part was super clear. That first voice line was clear and without the phone filter. Varka? Grandmaster? Oops, I put in the wrong number. Sorry, Varka. You're probably busy right now.
But considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, our bad. Yes. Well, have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
All right, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
He is embarrassing. I love him. I love his voice, actually. I'm very hyped. He sounds like an even more chill Rio, if that makes any sense. You think it's Gallagher's VA? I thought Gallagher's VA was lower. I thought he sounded like Chef Chop from ZZZ. I feel like Chef Chop has a little bit more of a gravel to his voice. Sounds like early to mid-30s. But also, some people are really good at faking their own voices, though. I mean, voice actors do be voice acting, but at the same time, I really hope it's Gallagher's VA. But also, we could just be associating body types, you know? Bro hung up on him. I cannot believe, one, we accidentally butt-dialed him. Well, not really butt-dialed him. We, like, called the wrong number. Then we fucking hung up on him? That's crazy.
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
Don't tell me he hid it beneath the great tree of Windrise. That seems like a bit much. Ring, ring, Alice!
Hello? Who is it?
Hi, Mother. Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti.
Venti? Nope, it doesn't ring a bell.
You're really gonna tease me like this? Fine, it's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
I love her. I miss her voice so much. You still remember the I immediately forgot after someone told me how to pronounce this word. Tripartite conference, right? I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
It's me, Aunt Alice. Albedo, captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team, requests a formal meeting with the Hexen Circle.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented? Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
In terms of technique, no. But in the terms of location and materials, yes.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
Be right where? Here, as in this office?
Hello again, everyone.
I love her little Dodecone form. She's so cute. Also, the artifact set. The pyro artifact set. Anyway.
Darling, isn't it?
It even has its own hat.
It's so cute, I would die for it. I also miss Albedo's voice lines. My bad.
Wow. The attention to detail.
She does sound like a cool wine aunt. I'd hang out with her.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf
Look at her
of the
little
Hexen
tail
Circle,
waggling.
I hereby grant Albedo's request. I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
Aw, that's nice of you.
I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Thank you, Aunt Alice. Before we set out, there's someone you need to meet. Ooh? Head to my office. He's waiting for you there. Host? Host? He's waiting for you there? You did so much for us this time, Lord Barbados. I don't even know how to thank you. Don't thank me at all, please. It makes it seem like I'm useless the rest of the time. You know that's not what I meant. And Archon has their own calculations. Who am I to question their wisdom? Okay, now you give me too much credit. I admit I'm not the most proactive Archon. You have your own work to thank for this result. Oh, and our friends, the honorary knight in Paimon, of course. Worried about Albedo's plan? I can't help it. I have full confidence in his abilities. It's just an instinctual response. But in the end, if he sets his mind to something, I know he will succeed. I trust him. Ha, that's good to hear. Uh-oh. What? Is Noelle's sword still up here? No, it's gone. Fuck, okay. I was excited to see that. Jean give Venti wine? Bro, I need that.
Hey, have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? Paimon bets there's a secret snack stash hidden around here somewhere.
I don't think it's a snack stash, buddy. Mini Durin! Hey, not so loud. Oh, you're not voiced either. Who voices you, actually?
Mini Durin? What are you doing here?
Did we kidnap him from... Did we take him from Skara? That's a question. Well, actually, I've kind of been helping you guys in secret this whole time. I tried tapping Paimon on the shoulder during the battle, but you floated away too fast. You were there? Yeah, I've been in Mondstadt for a few days now, but I've kept myself out of sight. I thought people might be scared of me.
Oh, don't worry. We aren't scared of you.
Thanks.
So, what brings you here? Oh, is it Windbloom? There are a ton of fun games this time of year.
I did sneak off to the festival for a bit. Even though I couldn't play the games because of all the people, I still had a lot of fun. But that's not why I'm here. Albedo and I made a promise to accomplish something great together. I love how floaty he is. The VA is Laura K. Welsh? That is a name I heard before. Why? Did I see you in something else?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna replace the Durin on Dragonspine? I'm gonna be the one who is revived and brought into this world. Wait a minute. What?
Wait, didn't that already happen? You left the storybook world, and now you're here.
I just realized if people did not play the summer event, they're not gonna know what the hell they're talking about. Because that's a not permanent event, and this is a permanent event. Sorry, I should, be a little bit more specific, girly pop. Albedo said that he can use alchemy to turn me into a human?
What?
Well, human transmutation, so you're Albedo's intended subject. Yeah, he's been working on it for a long time.
And that's what you want, Mini Durin? To become human?
I don't know if want is the right word. I don't even know if there's a right answer in a situation like this. There was a recap for the original Dragonspine one, but not for this. Right, like what happens if people didn't play the Simulanka event? Future playable character? I love all of you just like, dragon character, new one, go! Okay, but my question is Durin gonna have a glow up though? Because I've seen the Durin human art, and he looks a lot older. Okay, but imagine Scaramouche watching his basically dragon son turn into human, something he never succeeded to do. I feel like, if anything, he'd be happy about him turning human, but a little bit jealous, you know? Durin not being a kid doesn't feel right. He's like a baby dragon. Let him be baby. I would love a baby version of Durin too. Given that this Durin is a baby, I think his human version will be a baby too. I can imagine like small chibi. What if he's the first chibi male character? Wait, that's the only option I'm accepting now. That's the only option. Durin needs to be the first chibi male character. Imagine he's the largest character ever made because, you know, dragon, but he looks proportionally like a baby. I'm just imagining, right? A giant Melusine walking around everywhere. I know that's not what we were talking about, but that's all I imagine right now. But I do know this. I have just as much of a right to this name. I don't want to lose the other Durin. Becoming human isn't as simple as changing form. How the fuck would we know? I know. Albedo talked to me about that. He said the Durin on Dragonspine is a lot more aggressive and primitive. It's almost like a beast. But Mom created me in a storybook. The pure parts of me can balance out the evil parts of him. So we're taking two halves and combining souls together again, huh? If I'm honest, I don't know what that will look like if I can still be me once I become with that part of him. Maybe without a complete soul, there was never really a me to begin with. Albedo says these kinds of questions are normal. We're all just trying to figure out who we are. But I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have meaning, and suppressing an evil dragon, becoming human, both sound pretty meaningful to me. So don't worry, no one is forcing you to make this choice.
Well, turning you into a human sounds like a huge project. No wonder Albedo wants to get the mage's approval.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to him. We're kind of in the same boat, you know. Albedo told me he's a Kaiden Prince, a synthetic human, and if this works, I'll be one too. We'll be the only two of our kind in the whole world, alchemical creations allowed to live in human form. If all living things are grouped together by species, and there's only one other person like me in this world, I guess that makes us family.
Definitely. You've just got to trust one another. Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hack Guy know about this?
Yeah, I told him I was coming here to fulfill this, duty. He didn't try to stop me, just told me to get a move on then. He didn't say it outright, but I think he supports my decision. Maybe he even thinks it's a good idea to go through with this. Stop, I'll throw up right now. Skara being caring in his very Skara-esque way. I'm a little scared, of course, but excited too. Anyway, I'm really glad I got to talk to you at a time like this. I feel a lot better now, so thanks. Okay. We're in the... Is Wolfie here? Wolfie? Stephen Fu, are you here? Where did my son go? Where did my child go? Alice, have you seen a wolf around here? It's very important.
Welcome, one and all. Please sit wherever you like.
So, no unspoken rules to be aware of? I don't want to unwittingly park myself down on some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate. Jean didn't fancy tagging along?
A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there really would be no one around to lead the Knights of Favonius.
All right, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea. Oh.
So,
tell me,
Sai was
Albedo,
so cute!
what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
I love that Venti is so far away from us. I'll get right to the point. I intend to kill the evil Durin in Dragonspine.
Oh?
And I'd also like to request some alchemical regimens from the Hexen Circle.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
First word would be the flesh of that immortal monster from the Mare Javari. Bro's gonna take a chunk, okay?
Interesting. What else?
The other is a portion of the embryo left by my mother Rhine daughter. Your placenta?
Ah, the raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
Or just a really gross meat salad. Correct. Durin's heart has constituted to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. It could be the centuries away or millennia, but the day will come. I spent years investigating in Dragonspine, so I'm well aware of the danger he poses. He has already posed a considerable threat to Mondstadt, at least half of his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regained his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free of the dangers posed by his blood and limitless vitality, we must find a way to eliminate Durin entirely. Unfortunately, Durin is a special entity. Even after death, he could reawaken at any moment. So the solution is to kill him, and then resurrect him in a different form. Upon resurrection, he will no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all, because I intend to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Klee and I visited a fairy tale world called Simulanka. I love that we're bringing this back and making this a permanent thing. It was created by mages from the Hexen Circle, so I'm sure you know of it.
Of course. It was even the home of one of M's children the other day. Oh, I see.
It was during that journey that I learned with certainty that Durin would return to life one day. That experience inspired me. I met the pure soul M had created, and I knew if I wanted to change Durin's fate, he could be the key. To that end, I devised an alchemical model of the transmutation. The soul will come from the fairy tale dragon of Simulanka, the blood from the original dragon's heart, and the monster remnants from the Mare Javari and the embryo mother left behind will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon venom and the heightened vitality in the monster remnants will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering forces and life energy collide. In an alchemical setting, the results are sure to be nothing short of astounding.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
Literally, Simulanka, the gift that keeps on giving. We love to fucking see it here. Do you see that as a bad thing on Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them, and so you must pass the Hexen Circle's trial.
I understand. I figured something like this would happen. That's why I asked Traveler to come along. Oh. They said, you're gonna be the buff person. I'm joining you? I can think of no better partner for such an endeavor. Partner! Anyway.
So you know our tricks, huh?
Yeah. Aunt Alice has always loved the spectacle. Any chance to witness friends come together to support one another. So, maybe that's why you're the reason why Natlin was all friendship is magic. The Hexen Circle were the reason for the writing.
Well, success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no? Although, I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
You think she was gonna fight anyway?
What? Why?
You're gonna fight? You tell me, girly pop.
The Hexen Circle trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
I love the way she speaks to Paimon. This is so fun.
Okay. You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table. It will guide you through the trial.
Then let me make a formal request. Will you go through this trial with me? Oh my god, it's like you're proposing. Of course. Let's do this. Are you ready? Sure.
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
Oh, she's so dramatic. I love her. Oh? Oh, we're small. Oh, could you at least made us small and not drop us from that height, though? It's certainly in keeping with the Hexen Circle modalities. We've been shrunken down to chess piece size. Look how ominous she looks. Oh my god.
Whoa, you're so tiny now. Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
Oh my god, Pendicone, is that you? Are we gonna see a giant Paimon? What is it? Nothing. It's just Paimon's voice is even louder than usual. At this size. Oh no! Paimon, you're huge! She's always so energetic and lively. Nothing can dampen her spirits. Don't worry, you'll be back with her again in no time.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
On Alice, I didn't realize you'd be personally conducting the trial.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See? Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory.
Swashbuckle?
Like gallant fairy tale heroes.
Okay, we're going with a pirate theme. Oh, accept the Hex and Circles trial. I love that it says press B to navigate like I can do anything about that. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have changed my team, but you know what? Here we are.
Live!
I believe that I will figure out how to do this.
Feel this ancient power.
Oh, sick! We have an Albedo working with us.
So sorry.
I got double Albedo up in here. Don't do that. Oh no, which weapon do you have? Oh, you have the wrong weapon on you. Oh, I should have checked your fucking weapon.
You feel this ancient power.
That didn't do jack shit, actually. So do I wait for you to do things? Like, oh. Maybe Overload will actually work. You know, actually attacking it might be a better solution.
Moment of birth.
Come into being.
Come into being.
You know what? It'll be a slow one, but it'll be fine. We'll be okay.
Cool it.
I should have saved my burst for this, actually.
My great undertaking.
Nope, I missed. Ah! D-Luke's gonna die. I don't have a I don't have a healer. I don't have a healer. Hold on. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat the fuck out of this. Hold on. Do not. I'm trying not to increase the death counter, homie. There we are.
Moment of birth.
Coming to beans.
Burst forth.
Ah! Listen, can you stop doing that, preferably?
Moment of birth.
Try to direct the get. Oh, got you. Okay, go do that. You do this? Sick.
Freeze. Witness my great undertaking.
Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. Don't do that. Okay, we have a queen piece. Okay. That's fine. That's less than fine. Why do you have Arlecchino's burst? I prefer if you didn't do that.
Power.
Please actually hit. Oh my god, thank god. I should have used his burst, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. I know how to use D-Luke. I'm backing out.
Witness
don't
my
do
great
that.
Undertaking.
Don't do that. Don't. How about we don't? We don't do that, actually. I don't know what achievement I got, but sick. Heh, who needs recommended ones? Don't tell me there's a part 2, though. Sick. Okay. Screw it. We're good.
Oh, it had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me.
Hi, B. This one doesn't seem like Alice.
Well done. But this isn't over. I will now preside over the second
No. Can I heal my characters first?
Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear.
Oh, no.
But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are.
Uh-oh. Oh my god, he grabbed onto us! Save us! You good? I don't know what it said on the bottom, actually. I was too immersed in these two holding on to each other, okay? Oh, shit. Well. Oh! Hi, Copelia and Coppelius Part 2. This is Koi and Sack IRL is crazy. Man, can we do that? Do we have the ability for that? The music's a banger.
By turning the world on its head, can we see its true colors? So, it begs the question, what do you see on the other side of this chessboard? Pawns earned true freedom the moment they gained legs with which to run.
Oh,
so,
that's an interesting
in
line.
the spirit of Rhine-daughter, I prepared a little surprise for you.
Uh-huh.
No need to thank me, of course. Just a small gesture of kindness from me, Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Ah, no, why did the S's come back? Trigger frozen.
Moments of birth.
Well, that's sick. Love that for me. Go, use the burst, use the burst, use the burst. Uh-oh.
Is that all you've got? Feel this ancient power.
Man, I am so happy I brought Kaya along. Oh my god.
Cool it. What's the hurry?
Try to remember the steps this time.
Oh my god, wait, I love her voice. Kind of love her voice, though. Actually, kind of a slay.
Moments of birth.
Right, the S's on the Trimagistus hurt me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Low-key gave me a little psychic damage.
Frostbite.
They talk, right? It's so cool. I love it when bosses talk. Coming to beans.
Flames. Witness my great undertaking.
Oh, this is all getting rather dreary.
Oh my god.
Allow me, my darling.
I love their voices. Shut up. They're so fun. I love that we're having an argument in the middle of this.
A little too toasty.
Moments of birth.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The frozen? Yeah. Hold on.
What's the hurry?
I don't have my burst up, girly pop. If you don't mind, stop. Ah! Stop that.
My great undertaking.
I can't freeze you? What the hell? Uh-oh. Water! Kaya!
Was unexpected.
Ah!
Live.
Uh-oh. Come back, Kaya. I don't have a lot of people that can heal right now.
Moments of birth.
I don't know if these are the first bosses that can talk, actually. I mean, if we're not counting, like, Arlecchino and shit, right? Do not...
There can be no excuse.
I was about to say don't die, but that's not helping. If we're not counting, like, Arlecchino, right? And, yeah, and Ajdaha. If we're not counting the major bosses... Wait, is this a weekly boss? If this is a weekly boss, then no, this is not the first boss that can talk. This is a weekly boss? Okay, so they're not the first ones.
Feel this ancient power.
You think Albedo can just kill them all?
Calls for some pomp and ceremony.
Oh my god, she wanted her husband dead. That's crazy.
Our performance has yet to conclude.
Oh my god, you fucking heal?
Dodge this.
Oh.
I dance for you.
Moments of birth.
Feck. Oh, that's not good. You guys can heal too?
Freeze.
No, I hate this stupid...
Feel this ancient
big
power.
mad. I cannot have another Enka boss again. I'm so tired of this shit. Stop.
Dodge this.
We cannot keep doing this, bro.
The curtain call has arrived.
No. Do not. Oh, we did it.
Yes, very well done.
We did it, and we didn't die. I say as I killed both Kaya and D-Luke, but you know, while Purgis mentioned, right. So why did we release the Hexes Circle during, while Purgis knocked? Hey, Genshin. Anyway.
Oh, they've grown up so
it.
fast. I'm so proud. Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events. Huh? You're leaving already? You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, be my guest.
Can we talk to Mona after this? It'd be so funny. I love that they're both embarrassing old hags. Like, I love the energy that Mona and Barbaloth have against each other. Literally, Mona getting shots out of nowhere for no reason. I love her.
Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearies.
Bye.
You're just going to up and leave? Barbie?
Oh my god, she calls her Barbie. That's so cute.
You'll have to forgive Barbaloth. She's always on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique. But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual.
I need art of these two being absolute gossips. I would love that. Someone get on that right now.
Barbie was satisfied with your victory. And so am I. Congratulations to you both.
Look at them. Anyway, screenshot that shit.
You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't I?
Mm-hmm. I love her. She's so cute. Give me more Alice. Give me more Hexen Circle.
Back. Great job! You made it all look so easy.
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Thank you. Felt pretty good to beat the trial. Once you rested up, let me know when you're free. Then we'll head to Dragonspine.
To deal with the dragon of Dragonspine, right?
Yeah, the poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. Indeed, the sooner we deal with Durin, the better.
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and...
Oh, it's the same voice line. Where's Wolfie? Where's my boy? My boy and my son is missing! Anyway.
Yep, this place is as freezing as ever.
Not the whimper.
Paimon's hands are turning to ice.
Not Paimon whimper audio. I don't think anyone wanted that. Want to climb into my hood? I would. Anyway.
You sure? Is it warm in there?
It should take the edge off and it might improve your mood. But I recommend finding more dialogue text for me to read. We've arrived. Sorry, Paimon. I have to get to work now.
Still beating away after all this time.
Leave it to me. You two stay on guard. We are doing the thing that low-key Aether kind of did, just with Conria power. I love how none of us are phased.
May Paimon ask a question?
Albedo's kind of busy doing something, girly pop. You may.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
From an alchemical perspective, we're both artificial creations, but biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So to say that we're kin would be categorically incorrect.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons, then.
It's not so much a matter of preference, rather, as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of human. Albeit, it's a unique category thereof, but then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. I am perhaps the most unique among humans, in that the only one of my kind, but soon there will be another just like me, assuming this alchemical project proves successful. I believe Mini Durin already told you of his intent to replace the Durin of Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he also expressed a strong interest of becoming human. Albedo, well, no. Dragonspine Become Human, the game. It's a fascinating prospect, not to mention an extremely challenging one. But I understand why he came to that decision. Do you see this as an act of creation? No, literally, he could have just admitted that he didn't want to be alone, and we would have totally been fine about this. 3 years for them to actually do something with this heart we've seen from the start of the game. Right, it's crazy. We're finally doing something with it. Understood is the broadest sense. This project deals with both the past and the future, and stands to profoundly impact many lives. Genshin impact many lives? That primarily is what makes it worthwhile. Helping Mini Durin become who he wants to be is a secondary consideration, though it's still a meaningful one. By contrast, my personal motivations are nothing so grand and meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in. In my view, to cultivate life which the world cannot generate endogenously, it's to cultivate the world itself. Whatever aids life in attaining a greater level of perfection improves the world by doing so. Low-key, he kind of sounds like Skrullum in that line. It is not a question of whether this ought to be done or not, merely whether I wish to. The alchemical enterprise is concerned with deciphering and comprehending all forms of knowledge. That is the path I walk. Of course, that is not to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Mondstadt I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Favonius. Does that answer your question satisfactorily? Sure, you said words and I'm gonna need to look back and understand them later. Oh my god, we turned the heart off. Ew, I don't like how it looked. Why is it pulsating? That I don't like about that. It's finished.
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
I don't know if you guys saw that animation by Delungu with Anaxa like crumpling up a piece of paper and then Stell eating it, but all I want for this to happen is Aether to reach out and take a chomp out of that thing. The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much. Instead, I've just removed the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. What do you mean I can't eat the heart? And this time, Durin's body should finally die for good.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under Durin's influence?
The Knights will keep an eye on them. But as far as I'm concerned, eliminating Durin's influence on the citizenry and creating a new Durin through alchemy are one and the same thing. Armed with this heart, I'll be able to complete the alchemical array and deal with all these issues in one go. They said we're gonna fill in all the plot holes at once. Can I talk to it? That massive rock that once looked like a heart has lost its power and descended into a solemn silence. Oh no! It won't be able to absorb any vitality like this! Ugh! Let's go and report back to Orban. Huh? Was that a quest? Are you here? I forgot where I got that quest from. Stevens, Iris. You're the imposter. Wait, okay, guys. Do you guys remember that old quest with Joel? And he was just like, my dad never came back. And then suddenly Joseph showed up. If Joseph, and we were considering him to be one of the dudes that was an imposter, is Joseph gonna disappear?
Still
Oh
nothing.
no. Now I'm concerned. Hold on. Oh, Orban, hey. The thing is, you know, the thingy. The runestone on the crafting bench emits a strange glow. Do you still need this? Is this to craft the item again? Can I just talk to you about the whole thing that happened, dude? No. I did shush. I don't need any more of these. I wanted to talk to Orban. What is it? Oh, you don't have any more things? No. There's no way. Let's call it a day here. Thank you for accompanying me.
Pleasure. We sure learned a lot.
Mondstadt's a lively place during Windbloom Festival. You should take a look around and pick out some nice souvenirs for yourselves.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom star is gonna be this time. Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Festival?
I'm sure we'll find out in the day of.
The Windbloom Festival is about to begin! Let's go check it out!
Okay, I'm entering. I'm actually really happy they have the story mode and the regular mode. At least it lets you, like, pause and stop everywhere, you know? As you all know, during this year's Windbloom Festival, the people of Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that tried to invade our city. Accordingly, we'd like to award the title Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution to the defense operation. This is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insights played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. His words and songs always have a way of lifting people's spirits, and they were a great support to us all. Let's give a round of applause to this year's Windbloom star, Venti the Bard. I love him. Oh my god.
Wow! Amazing!
Yay, Venti! It's kind of like him rewarding himself, low-key. Huh? No way, you're really gonna pick me? Why not? You're the perfect person for the job. Alright. Does that mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern? That's crazy. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support this year's Windbloom star. If you like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech to the crowd. Gene, stop fueling his alcoholism. In that case, let me swap out the speech for a song. Everyone, the best bard in the land is about to begin his performance. So don't go away. Gather round, lend me your ears. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I love that Venti's new ability is queuing up fireworks as well. Why are you standing up there like a Batman pose, sir? That's D-Luke's job. I hereby exercise the prayer or formation. Bro was just trying to take a nap, but okay. Go, Albedo! I don't know what he's doing, but it seems cool. Ubiquitous earth, flowing water. He's saying words, refined fire, fortifying wind. Oh my god, it's those two. Anyway. Oh, this is a variation of the battle theme. Traverse the 18th worldly and the 20th passage. Emergent soul, enter the mortal realm. Transform dirt. Oh, his room is getting fucked up. Elevate festering flesh into the sacred blood and bone. Oh, sages, witness my grand endeavor. Come on, Durin, you got this. Transform. I love that Venti is always a distraction. How was I? Not bad, right? Durin? Please don't be an NPC model. Please don't be an NPC model. Please don't be. You have wings! Oh my god! He looks so cool! Oh my god, if he's not playable, I'm going to lose my mind.
How did everything go?
Very smoothly, I say. We achieved our goal. Shut up. He looks so cool. Someone give him some clothes, though. Hoyo, let this... If he's not playable, this is the fucking dragon I was asking for the entirety of Natlin. Where was this design? Where was this design in Natlin? Hoyo! Hoyo, if he is not playable, I'm going to lose my fucking mind, bro. Oh my god, you're right. He has Scara's... Stop. Scara low-key is mother, though. I will throw up. He looks like... Low-key, the face shape looks like Venti, but... Will Scara think? Will he be a better parent than A? Don't say that. I think Scar would 100% be a better parent than A. I'm sorry. He goes back to Sumeru. People will talk. No, literally. He's gonna have to hide his wings. Oh, poor baby. Well, unless... What if he goes to Fontaine and everyone thinks that he's the dragon sovereign? But can he be Nouvelet? Can we get Nouvelet over here and help him teach him the dragon ways or something? That'd be fun. Listen, I'm telling you, Celestia's fucking dead. Celestia doesn't exist, okay? There's no one up there. If they do not see, I don't know, the dragon sovereign coming back and then Albedo literally creating a homunculi dragon, Celestia's dead, guys. Imagine being an edgy emo boy, just like Scara. Anyway.
Really? So Mini Durin looks like a human now?
Correct. However, his newly formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. I'm gonna break into the door and just say hi to him, okay? Incredible work, Albedo. I graciously accept the compliment. It really is rather remarkable what we accomplished.
So,
yeah, you created
how do you feel
life.
right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do and achieve a personal goal. I even think she would have made a rare facial expression had she seen it. Oh, not him still thinking about Rhine-daughter, though. He just wants someone to tell him that he's been good and that he did a good job. I will throw up.
She?
We know who she is. My master and mother Gold Rhine-daughter. A long time ago, she sent me to Mondstadt with the instruction to complete a task of monumental importance, to find the truth of this world. I had a theory about what she meant, and in time I was able to corroborate it. Sure enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting a life. Bro said, touch grass. Actually, that's crazy. That might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out about myself and the world around me, get to know me, and get to know other people. Literally, she said, get a job. Being a knight, the captain as well, is a pretty good job, actually. Life is a space that exists between me and the world. To become truly human, I had to inhabit that space. So, for an artificial human, finding a life in some sense equivalent to finding the truth of this world.
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves.
Being alive is just existing. Having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. And this is also the message that I'm telling you guys, the internet. Get a life! Anyway. Still, I found this whole series of events has given me a new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. What follows is the choices a human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they'll form. I love me some found family. Most people would probably see the events of the last few days as something out of a nightmare. For me, it's just part of my family life. I feared that the carefree existence my brother has enjoyed this far will now come to an end. Just like me, he'll have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everyone else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose we get it from our mother. She's highly unusual. There are all kinds of families in the world. Some base their lives around family store, others around the farm. In my family, I suppose we tend to the flower beds, and now I'm a gardener too. I know he's referencing like types of families, but man, does that make me think of Irminsul and tending to Irminsul trees. And then when I think of tending to Irminsul trees, I think of low-key Dainslift because of this one fanfiction that I read, but I know that's fanfiction, so as long as you feel like you've gained something from the experience. Master never showed her face, but if the Hexen Circle knows what I've done, that means she knows as well and gave her approval. You have never seen Rhine-daughter? That I'm surprised by. Since devouring Niberius, it would seem she has finally found a modicum of peace. This is, I feel like, new information, but I'm not sure. And if so, then I'm truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness, you know.
Devouring Niberius? What's Niberius?
A type of chip. I don't fucking know, Paimon. It's the name of the ruler of life. What?
What?
I'm gonna take Paimon's voice lines, okay. Aunt Alice told me about it not too long ago, but it came to no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the ruler of life, all I truly know is this. Niberius is not gone. Instead, because of Master's actions, she and Niberius are now one. The Shade? She ate the Shade? Wait, okay, so the person we've been talking to, your mom is a Shade? In any case, thank you so much for your help during this ordeal and for choosing to set— Back up! Albedo, back up. What the hell do you mean she just ate Niberius? Hello? I guess it's like Capitano and the Angel fusing, something similar to her. Albedo, ask your mom to bring back Capitano shit. We might as well. Theoretically, can Capitano eat the Shade too? Or is it just Hexen circles that can eat shades? I'm assuming eating as in like when you eat something through chess, right? They just get knocked off the board and then you take the place of it. Maybe it's all the chess imagery I was seeing all that time, but I don't think they actually meant like, eat the fucking skull of the shade, you know? Do not deep fry your shades, please. Like with Harmony and Order from Honkai Star Rail, kind of very similar in that sense. Like they just fuse or replace each other, you know? Let's wait till next patch. Dane will have the answer. Dane's not gonna answer shit. We're gonna go up to Skirk and be like, hey, Dane sent us here or something. And Skirk's gonna be like, I don't really give a shit about him. I'm gonna do my own thing. And then we fight. And then she's like, oh yeah, you're kind of strong. Like, that's kind of cool. And then Child shows up for no reason, being like, hey, comrade. And then Skirk kicks him out again. That's what I imagine next patch to be, okay? I bet you Dane and Skirk would fight. I'd be down for that. Having Dane and Skirk fight would be fun.
Of course. That's what friends are for.
Paimon took the words right out of my mouth, literally. Hearing you say that means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment when I report back to Master Jean.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you, I'll get going. After dropping a fucking lore bomb on us, but okay.
Wow, this Windbloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference.
It's so special and so different that it's part of the main Archon quest story.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot. If the Windbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Windbloom gonna be?
Probably a Cecilia, if we're talking about his actual, like, in-game flower. Want to take a guess?
Venti, you're back.
Ha, well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this year's Windbloom, now could I? What do you think of the Cecilia? Wow, who's fucking surprised? It's quite fitting. The true feelings of the prodigal son. A sentiment as sweet and warm as a gentle spring breeze. Perfect for the season. Traveler, give me your hand. Huh? The mages are very pleased that you and Albedo managed to pass their trial. Albedo received the materials he sought, and you deserve something in return as well. I didn't fucking ask for anything. The Hexen Circle wants you to have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind. A secret of sorts. Venti, the fucking master of secrets. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you, so no need to open it. I'm opening it right now!
Wow, a gift and a mystery all in one! The mages sure love their secrets, huh?
According to the sender, you are probably the only person who can make use of something like this. So I suppose it belongs with you. So y'all said that this shit was so useless, the only person that could use it is me? That's crazy. All right, thanks. All I did was deliver it, although I did go to great lengths during this whole ordeal. I suppose a reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
We're gonna promote his alcoholism, all right. Really? I'll hold you to that, you know. No backing down on your word. If it means I get to visit Diluc, fine.
Of course, Dad! Let's go to the tavern right now!
Ha! Music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like this festival was made for me or something. Venti, you little fucking shit. Anyway. When no love remains for the song to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. That's incredibly ominous. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set it all free. Through shadows so cold, he sought wisdoms untold, chasing a fragrance the wind only knows. Thus wistfulness waned and faded into night, and as he stepped from the darkness and into the light. That's incredibly fucking ominous. Venti? Venti? If this isn't confirmed a Venti Story Quest Part 2, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Anyway, where's the weekly boss? Oh, they brought back the island from, the last Windbloom. The last Windbloom. Oh, shit. Okay, so they actually did bring that back. They brought everything back. They brought the teapots. They brought this. They just didn't have Alice's little lantern thing here. Wait, I'm so glad they brought this fucking back. Oh my god. This makes me so happy. Read the description of the drops. The drops? Ascended Sample Night, a rare sample resulting from the alchemical activation of a substance. In the esoteric codices, the Bronze Knight knows not whether its mission is to conquer or to protect. Since its alchemical elevation, it's been merely seeking to discover its purpose. The Age of Bronze was an age of heroes. Are these going to be all like the silver, bronze, gold ages? A rare sample resulting from an alchemical activation of a substance. The name of this piece derives from the word of the chariot, in the ancient language of Sumeru. In divination, the chariot card is depicted with 2 heavenly steeds, one black and one white, symbolizing the alchemical principle of balancing opposing properties. Okay. Ascended Sample Queen. A rare sample resulting from an alchemical activation of a substance. The Queen was once known as the Minister, but as the rules of the game evolved, it grew to become the most powerful piece and representation of the authority of the family behind the throne, a true symbol of gilded royalty. Perhaps the promotion of an ordinary foot soldier shares some similarities with the transmutation of the matter. Yet, even though they should manage to turn gold, the most a pawn might hope for is to be represented by an upturned rook. Okay, so this is a promoted pawn. I'm assuming, right, each one of these represents someone that was in the quest. The queen, I think, is representative of gold or Rhine daughter. You know, consuming the shade and then trying to upgrade. Also, this top part looks very similar to the celestial nail, like coming down with all the floating pieces and stuff. This one is a representation of Durin with the 2 sides to him, you know? And then this one is a representation of Albedo, because 1, he's a fucking knight, and then 2, also, he's seeking to discover his purpose, you know? Yet the most a pawn might hope for is to be represented by an upturned rook. I feel like that personally means that Gold was trying to achieve something in her experiments in order to, like, find out the truth of this world and or to, you know, defy Celestia or whatever than that. But in the end, I don't think it'll be enough. You think it's the Queen Saritsa. For this one, the sample queen, it could be possible if she was to collect a bunch of the old Archon stuff, right? The Gnosis, to try and upgrade herself to become more powerful like a queen, but maybe she fails. Oh shit, you're right. Venti's, oh, this one, oh, it's a 5-star. Dazzling Mysterious Gift. It looks like a thing from Simulanka. It looks like a Competo piece. A glittering crystal ball adorned with a star-shaped gemstone, bestowed as a reward for passing the Hexen Circle's trial. According to the one who presented it, it is not something that an ordinary person can master. For now, the crystal ball lies dormant, as though it were waiting for a perfect time to shine. Low-key, it reminds me a little bit of the Scryglass, and it reminds me a little bit of the stars and stuff from the Golden Island Archipelago, and also the Simulanka event. So I don't know if there are references, like, specifically this is, you know, I don't know why they would give this to us, honestly. Other than to be like, hey, the mysterious gift here, take something. It's gonna be a plot device for later. Wait, what if it's an egg? Remember how the primordial one, you know, hatched the egg, blah, 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 does all this stuff, and then the creation thing happened, right? Maybe this is another egg, and we're gonna have a mini version of Teyvat, but egg during summer event? Perhaps? I don't know. I'm cooking weird shit right now. We're gonna hatch the new moon. We're gonna hatch the new Welkin moon. That's crazy. But you know what? I don't know anything. I have nothing to base this off of, and we're just cooking random theories into the air. Based on the Durin name change, I wonder if we get to change his future name like we do it. And he'll travel along with us? That'd be so fun. I'd be so down for that. I mean, considering we got to rename Skara during the intermission quest last time in Sumeru, and now we're doing an intermission quest with a new playable character who kind of gets reborn. You know, the themes are there, you know? Question, now that Gold consumed a part of the Shade of Light, who do you think is stronger than... Do you think she's stronger than Alice? No, just because I fear Alice for my life. And that's literally, I have no justification. I just think Alice is scary and I would not want to ever verse her in a fight. West out of 10, I think 9 out of 10 for me, personally. Just because I love Mondstadt so much. I love everything about it. I am very interested to see what they do with this information. Like, a lot of it is set up. Like, don't get me wrong. I think this is all set up for something else, which is why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10. because some of the writing's all over the place. But I love me an Avengers-style theme with all my Mondstadt favorites coming together. Okay? Imagine waiting 5 years for lore. Imagine. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be fucking me. I feel like if all the lore crumbs didn't come out together around the same time, they wouldn't be miffed about how overwhelming and overdue they are. Like, why did we get the actual scene of a fake Sky and Natlin quest, the promo video about the 3 moons, and then this quest all around the same time? I think it's literally just because they're trying to get older players back to play the game. Just a little bit. And or making more people intrigued by the story of Genshin. Considering how Natlin's quest went, and a lot of people, including myself, did not like the main story quests, this would be the way to get a lot of story-driven players back into this game. You have a mystery to solve again. There is something in suspense happening. Yeah, that's literally all it is. Like, I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I'm not even gonna lie to you about the amount of lore drops that we've been getting. As someone who's been playing for a long time, like an extremely long time, I'm happy, right, that this is happening and that we're finally getting answers to a lot of the quests and confirmations to a lot of the theories that people have been having for such a long time. It's just, how well will this work? Considering a lot of people are upset with Genshin, are really pissed off about like how long it's taken for these stories to come to this conclusion that people have been saying over and over again. Will that bring back the people that Genshin wants as their audience? Who knows? And I guess we'll see a nod cry. He's set up for bringing everyone on the same page. Yeah, I mean, this lore stuff, like, aside from Albedo dropping that random fucking bit at the end, most of this stuff has already been referenced in-game in either events or in, like, books and stuff like that. So a lot of it is catching up the people who only play main Archon quest to what's been happening, like, behind everything else, like all the little detail stuff, you know? So for that, I understand that it's set up. At the same time, I'm just very happy to see D-Luke again. That's it. That's it. Is this the 100th D-Luke mention? How fucking fitting. How fucking fitting for it to be during this quest. Oh my god. Congrats on hitting 100 D-Luke delusion, and I'll keep being delusional, okay?